Happened.
We're live. Hello, everyone.
uh, there's definitely totally an everyone to say hello to.
Yep, all the good boys and girls.
All the good boys and girls. What if I want the bad boys and girls?
Well,
Well,
tough luck.
I do have pretty tough luck.
All right, the bad boys and girls all got taken to the North Pole.
We're going polling.
Santa ran out of coal, so he had to come up with initiative. So he figured if the bad boys and girls didn't exist, then that would solve the issue.
Who
There's
the
someone
fuck
died.
left? Alright.
So, for those of you that need a reminder or that weren't here last week, party got a new assignment to investigate some unstable supplies that came into the powder pot recently. After talking to Zokan, we learned of Zokan's supplier, who is also an old friend of him, called Bamidel. And while we went to talk to him, he claimed that he knew nothing of any unstable supplies, hadn't bought any complaints, and but that his own supplier, a man named Obeo, who would be here somewhere within the next few days. So while we waited for Obeo to show up, we inspected the supplies a little more closely and found some found them to be magically enhanced with some sort of powder, um, which would be the cause for the instability. Um, and then about 3 business days later, during our stakeout of the shop, Obeo shows up and greets Bamanel by name. Bamanel greets Obeo by name. We know who we're dealing with now for sure. And that's where we cliffhangered. Right as we're about
Exactly.
to start the DEA raid.
Alright, well, party, let's get right into it. Bombadil and Abeo are doing business as we speak. How would you like to approach, or approach it all if you want?
Maybe we can just walk up.
Should we though?
I mean, what else can we do? We follow him back
Yeah.
to wherever he goes.
We need to know where. We already know that the stuff is like magically enhanced with some strange enhancer powder.
Yeah, but we need to know
Bombadil
why.
doesn't want to fess up to anything, so if we just follow the supply chain back to its source,
Yeah, but okay, then we follow him.
I feel like that would be better, because what are we going to get out of approaching that? They're just going to clam up.
Yeah, I mean, I could charm him.
No.
No.
I thought the whole point was to not cause enchantment magic without the consent of involved parties. You know,
I specifically said not use it in a bad way.
yes, casting it without consent is kind of a bad thing. This is the main reason people have issues with enchantment magic.
Look, it's no different from if I just talk to you and charm you with my personality.
It is very much different because you're magically forcing them.
I don't know, the end result's the same.
The end result may be the same, but it is about
Look,
it's about the way you go about it.
I'm not charming someone to make them like go on a date with me or something, or like
No, but you are
get
charming
them
them to
involved
divulge information that they might otherwise not reveal to you.
information about how they might, be mildly a terrorist.
We don't know that yet.
This mild terrorism.
Fine, we
Okay,
can follow them back.
All the evidence we have
I
right now
can
is circumstantial.
use Dame to listen in. I think Dame can get close as his tiny creature.
that one's
Tiny
that one I will agree with.
So I can hear what they're talking about right now, and then we can follow. Because
That
Dame was
sounds
not
good.
out when we met him before. And also, Dame has
Okay.
white fur, but Zinzin has black fur, so there's no association.
Since that's not how that works, but do send out Dame.
Damn.
Damn me.
Look, together they're Oreos. Overstuffed Oreos.
Yep. True.
Anyways, yeah, so what do you do?
Dame would try to sneak up and try to be completely unnoticed. He's a little tiny creature. Do I need to roll
Alright.
stealth?
You rub your funny wizard power temples as you share senses with Dame.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I gotta scroll back in the book here. Alright, so Bombadil and Abeo, greet each other, and Bombadil's like, Abeo, so, do you, have a big shipment for me? It's been a little while. Yeah. Let me just get it unloaded, yeah, be careful with that. Make sure your guy doesn't, drop it, it's valuable, I'm sure, right? Business booming as we speak. Yeah, of course. I will say one thing though. Earlier today, I got a complaint. Actually, a complaint about what? The supplies you gave me, they were how should I put this? Unstable. What do you mean unstable?
If he's talking about us, by the way, that was like 3 days ago.
What? No, it was not. It was like.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're right. 3 days ago. That's my bad. You're right. You are absolutely right. I forgot that point. Yeah, it was a few days ago.
Just for timeline consistency. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
I forget. Did you guys say that you were from the Megambia?
I
Well,
think
we
we.
did,
I think
we did name the
we named
power
Zolkan. I think, but
Oh right. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
It
You
was
did bring up
specifically-
Zokin. So yeah. Okay. All right.
you can probably assume.
Yeah. So, Bombadil will continue. He says, "Yeah, I think they were probably from the Megambia, or at least they worked with my buddy Zokin. And apparently, some of the reactions went not so good for them. A little bit of a blow up in the face kind of deal. Well, are you still gonna buy? Well, considering they keep flying off the shelves and I haven't heard any complaints since then, I'll assume it's a fluke. But, sure, it'll be safe. Yeah. It'll be safe, Bombadil. Don't worry too much about it. If you see any that are not so good, just separate them out. Just be super careful with them. You're a good alchemist, right? You can take something a little unstable and make something with it, right? Maybe that might be a good idea, or a bad one. I don't know. So far, everything's been mostly fine, so I guess I'll trust you. So they kind of start to conclude their business. Are you all still gonna just like watch and wait, or?
Yeah, I guess.
Personally, I kind of want to inspect that new shipment. Because we
Alright.
find unstable stuff in it as well. But like, okay, so I assume Zen has relayed all this by now.
Oh yeah, because it's your body's still, with everyone else. You
Yeah.
can just, directly relay it as it's being said.
Hmm. Okay, so we should probably. I feel like we should inspect the shipment or like get a sample or something, just to see if
So,
they are actually contaminated.
well then, maybe you do that. Me and Sensen follow the shady man and talk to him when we find out where he gets his supplies from.
Oh, I hate it. He's mirrored in the system than he is in the book. So, what's your
For a
move,
second, I
party?
thought that was like bright, shiny orange hair, and it looked really weird for a second.
No, it's a hat.
Yeah, no, I see. Yeah, it's a hat, but when I zoomed out, it looked like a weird like toupee.
Listen, all right, he's part clown, okay? All right.
Jim's just like Malimby.
I was gonna make another joke,
So,
but I probably shouldn't.
Ah,
so my concern is if we split the party now, we might not be able to find each other later. It might also be a bit suspicious if we show up immediately after he gets a delivery. So let's just follow Abio for now, and then we can come back later.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if someone else has any ideas, feel free to speak up.
I mean, I don't think it matters if if one of us shows up to expect it right after he gets a delivery, but I'm not gonna fight you on going all together following a BO.
Alright, let's do that then. And I guess we're all just gonna. Instead of, we should probably not move as a big group. We should probably have our stealthiest characters up front and then have the rest follow the stealthy character a little bit behind. That'll hopefully attract
And that
less
would be
tension.
Firefly.
I'm +7 in stealth.
I think Firefly had a lot of stealth as well, so
I have a +9 in stealth.
Plus
plus
2.
12. Plus 12 in stealth.
Got a
Alright.
+3.
Firefly up front then, following Abiel, and the rest of us following a little further behind, just to not like
okay.
cost too much.
Should I do a blind roll?
Yes,
Why
and in
not?
fact, everyone, you are, in this case, sort of following the expert. So what I'll have everyone else do is either also roll their standard stealth, or if you are untrained in stealth, just roll stealth and then add, your level as if you were proficiency, like not trained, but 0 kind of thing, right?
I was wondering if I could go with like if while I'm sharing senses, Zenzen is blind, and if I kept sharing senses to follow them from like above with Dame,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
someone could like lead me like a blind person, and then who's going to
Carry-
suspect the blind person?
Someone's have to carry Zenzen.
Good luck.
Princess Carrier. Do it.
Yeah, good luck.
You're not that big.
So, are stealth checks secret rolls?
They yeah. You made Zenzen 4'9". She's not that big.
She's a lot wider than she is tall.
Wide.
Why did that not roll as secret when I picked the damn drop down as blind roll?
I was wondering if I could like roll performance instead of stealth.
You can roll performance to fascinate, which means you draw all attention to you, which means
Oh.
people.
Okay, I guess
will
the one
chat.
thing that would be deception then would be to like pretend to. Well, I'm not going to pretend to be blind. I am Zenzen is currently blind.
Deception would be make it create a diversion, which would create a diversion away from you from a BO, but doing then
Yeah.
anything but stealthing basically means that
Okay, then I'll just.
You're all thinking way too hard about it. Just roll
That's-
either
Yeah.
deception or stealth. And you're following a leader right now, so you do get the benefit of your level to it if you aren't trained in either.
So you at least roll a +5.
Does that not so no dex but level?
No,
Or
you
also
get dex.
and level?
No, you also get dex. You treat your proficiency as if you get just your level. Essentially,
You
like
get dex
an
plus your
untrained roll.
level.
Just literally add 5 to the fucking skill check when you click on it. Dang.
Even secret, by the way.
God
Fine.
damn it.
I already rolled. Just add +5 to that.
Wow.
Oh, there's actually an oopsie. This guy's stat block. They didn't use the right creature. They
You're
just
on the
used
wrong
commoner.
Pathfinder.
What?
You're
You
using
know,
the wrong Pathfinder
Why is it doing
again.
that? Why is it doing that? That is wrong. I didn't change anything.
Did you just use Dungeons and Dragons?
I could just do that. I could just do that. Then I would make that it would be for sure always correct, right? But it's like Streamlabs is just being
Yeah.
fucking stupid. It like I don't know why it's defaulting to
Although there's
the
a lot less
wrong.
people streaming specifically Pathfinder, so that has better discovery.
No, that has no benefit. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's just wrong category.
No. The correct Pathfinder only has a few people. So if
Okay.
you switch the correct one, it's
Yes.
still good for discovery.
Anyways, it should be correct now.
Double checking.
But thanks for seeing that. Anyways,
Go ahead and do a refresh.
right, it's correct.
It's still
went to the
opening the
correct
wrong
one.
one, but the picture changed, but it's opening the wrong one.
It's the
I
wrong
don't get it.
fucking one.
I don't know. Whatever. Shit's weird. My brain suddenly processed the map of the Magambia or Atambu as a what are those like
Mhm.
play mats that has like a little cartoon city on it
Oh
that
God,
that existed as a kid?
no!
What?
How
Don't
the
do this
fuck
to
do
me.
you look up a goddamn category on Twitch anymore? How the fuck does this work anymore? Just straight up search it. Did it do right? Why is it not right? Why is it wrong? It says it's the one. Stream info updated. A refresh. That one. It has the correct picture. The wrong fucking category. What is going on?
Well, I'm at your stream right now.
Hmm.
I click the Pathfinder the topic, and it takes me to Pathfinder with the picture of the core rulebook.
Yes.
I'm not sure what other one it should be.
Okay, so then it's right on your screen, right? You're seeing the correct thing?
It looks right for me.
Okay, good. That's all that matters, because, like, my caching or whatever. All right, okay, that's fine.
Yep.
All right, cool.
There it is in party
Anyways.
chat.
Anyways. What? God, shut the fuck Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
I want to play D&D on this map.
Anyways, motherfucker.
So, for the stealth result.
They're clapping my
Okay.
titties.
I actually grab this guy's actual stat block because they actually gave him the wrong one. They gave him the fucking commoner, but he actually does have a thing. He has a real stat block. He's a real boy.
Wow. If he's a stat block, we can kill it.
Kill anything. The only question
Okay.
is, do you want to kill him?
No.
Just nuke
Yeah.
the city. That'll solve the problem.
All right, what's his percept? Percept is higher than several of you.
Oh.
So as you were all following Abeo along here, kind of turns around and like sort of looks at most of the group and is like, can I help you?
I'm assuming that's probably me.
Or like
Ruru,
four of you
probably,
guys failed it.
Oh, four
Like
of us.
4 of you have failed it.
Stealth of at least 6.
Stealth of at least 6.
Clearly not me.
Well, no, stealth of at most 6.
At most 6.
Well,
Glad hand.
Yep, glad hand him.
Glad hand him. Do it.
Bullshit your way. Clearly,
Bullshit him.
we just happen to be traveling. Clearly, we're just traveling in the same direction as him. This is all coincidental. Bullshit him. Let's go. Do the you didn't thing.
He's bullshitting. Alright. Uh-huh.
Glad handed.
You're not gonna say anything to him? Is gonna...
Well, that's not how glad hand works. I just
What do
have
you
to...
mean that's not how glad hand works? You don't look someone in the eye and they fall in love with you. Like, what do you mean?
No, look, it's literally that's well, let me pull up the feed.
All for don't be a pussy. RP.
That's not how the feat works, all four. You don't look at someone, they instantly go like, oh yeah, you're my best buddy. Like what?
No,
You need to
no,
actually make
like
an
It's
impression.
not best buddy,
No.
it's just like less suspicious of us.
Go
when
make
you
an
meet
impression
someone
then.
in a casual social situation, you can immediately attempt a diplomacy check to make an impression.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is I need to engage in charismatic overtures or flattery, which can literally be just me winking my eye at him.
No. False.
Fine.
Which eyes?
You gotta like say something.
Fine. Oh hi, I'm Yudin. It's a pleasure to meet you. We were traveling this way down these roads. We are a group of travelers, you see. There, he now likes me.
Right. You know, I'm just gonna take a break here. You know, let me like get out of your way. You know.
No, fair enough. We apologize for any confusion.
And we'll continue walking, and then I turn a corner, I cast Illusory Disguise, look like someone else, and I turn the corner back around.
All right, Abeos goes back to walking off to wherever he's going, and you may now. You did only may try to roll another stealth check to follow him.
Firefly can use her message spell to kind of stay in contact me, that right?
Yeah. You guys can still overall as a group like can't stay along, but like you're the only one that can like track Abeo now.
You know what? I'm not letting you go alone.
It's not
Wow.
safe to go alone.
It's not safe to go alone.
What do you do?
Fuck, it didn't secret roll it, sorry. I'll secret roll it.
I'm invisible and I'm literally
Oh.
right behind you to...
Whoosh. All right, fair enough. Invisible Aruru plus Yadin on their grand adventure. So, you did in your funny illusory disguise as you get like walking along for about like 2 minutes. Abeo kind of like turns back for a single moment and then kind of sprints around a corner.
I guess I'm running.
Ah, shit.
What was his goal?
Aruru, what do you do?
I
Is
am
Zenzen
also
still-
running behind you. Did.
Why are you running?
Is Sensen still following with Dame?
I don't know. Has it been 10 minutes?
Probably.
Share sentences lasts 10 minutes. I
It's
think. Hang on,
definitely
let me
been
double check.
more. I assume that it's
Yeah.
been more than 10 minutes.
I'd say probably is.
Let me double check. No, once every 10 minutes. Oh no, it lasts for 1 minute. So I can do it. So I can reactivate it for a minute.
Also, I can't reroll
Yeah.
secret checks, right?
Let's see if no. Let's see if
We can't
Abeo
we can't.
can lose you guys before you even catch up.
So the messaging that Firefly does, can we reply to that as well?
What is your perception DC? 21 and Aruru's is
Yeah, he
19.
beats us.
He
Jetty.
all right.
I couldn't have rerolled that stealth check, right?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Jetty. Is your is that messaging that Firefly does? Is that like 2-way or 1-way?
Can I
It's
can I begin asking some people if they've seen a person who looks like and then I can describe Obeo to them?
We can also send in super speed Zeta because monk.
It's about beating the stealth check, and Zeta wasn't following at this point, I think.
perhaps not the correct music.
Can Dame attempt to spot him from above?
Okay.
I guess that's a
And then-
blind GM roll.
I guess we're all running.
Alfar, what did you say you were trying to do again?
Ask people who turned a corner if they saw, and then I will describe Obeo. Did you see
Okay.
this man,
Okay.
and where did he go?
Yeah, make a diplomacy check to like gather information.
I'm back, by the way.
Oh my.
Ah,
Welcome back.
back.
Where did my
Pretty solid roll.
wow.
Yep, pretty fucking solid roll. All right, you're able to schmooze your way around with people and figure out like where Abeo actually like lives, and so you do actually get the location of where about he lives. He lives near a place called the Carnivorous Gardens.
That sounds fun. I'll relay to the party that I know where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have enough good.
I doxed this man.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough cause to like visit his house, but
I do.
well, if the new shipment does indeed have does appear to be unstable, then I'd say we have probable cause. So I'd say we go back to the shop now.
I
since
think
we've
him running
built-
away is plenty of cause.
Except it doesn't prove anything.
It's highly suspicious, which is good enough for me.
No, he was being followed, and perhaps he got scared. That is the arguing he can make, and it would not look good for us. We need actual solid proof.
We
Yeah,
need to talk
I'm
to
assuming
him anyway,
Firefly got
as
spotted.
we have the conversation with him and how he said, "Well, you're still gonna buy, right?" It's suspicious as well. Look.
I know, but it is all circumstantial.
Fine. How about this then? You, and me go talk to and check out the shipments. Firefly and Zeta, how good is your stealth?
I am not particularly good at stealth.
Okay, new plan. You and uh Sensen go check out the shipments. Me and Firefly will stake out at his house, see if he came in and see if he is leaving.
Very well.
I can compromise on this.
We won't talk until you give us this go-ahead.
Alright, sounds good to me. So let me just write it down real quick. I guess we're going back to the part of the group is going back to the shop then to see. Well, should we talk to someone who's in charge first? There's a little bit more authority just to make sure that we are allowed to do this.
Pretty sure we already got given the go-ahead from one of the older teachers at the Magambia, so that's good
We were
enough
just
for me.
given the assignment to talk to someone. Okay.
Look,
We don't exactly
if you
have the
wanna
authority to inspect entire shipments. Maybe
if you
we can
wanna
get.
do busy work, that's up to you, but don't take too long, so
I know.
that
Just
me and Firefly will just not be sitting there like, well, I feel like Dux is wrong to say since Firefly is part bird, but yeah.
I don't think she'll mind necessarily. It's a figure of speech after all. But yes, noted. I'll try to figure out a way to get my hands on the ship without causing trouble.
Huh. Today I learned that private investigators don't have any authority of any kind in any capacity, and people just kind of like choose whether or not
Yeah,
they
no,
let them do what they want to do.
yeah, no, it's literally just a person that's been hired to stalk you.
just, they're just random fucking people, and then they say they're private investigators, and then other people decide whether or not they would accept that as an answer.
Yep.
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 Well then.
Actually, because the local guards for Dantambu were like the chime ringers, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So if there probably are a couple patrolling the street, right?
I'm gonna say yeah.
So if I'm thinking like, could I ask one for assistance with this? Like, explain the situation that lately shipments have been from this store have been unstable, and that
I-
they recently got a new shipment in, and under their watching eye, we would like to ask the shopkeeper for assistance, uh, and inspect the shipment.
I feel like you're
So,
overthinking this.
look, I'm not sure this dude wants to play along, so I'm just
Um,
thinking that if we bring a chime ringer along, he might be less suspicious, and then the chime ringer can keep an eye on us to make sure we don't do anything weird with the ship.
I mean, okay, sure, yeah, sure. I'll say you can come across a chime ringer, and like the little story about the shipment is good enough to lend you like 5 minutes of his time to just talk to Bombadil.
It it is very much appreciated. Thank you. Um, so we head into the shop, and I approach Bombadil.
Hey,
Uh,
it's you. I remember you.
yes, hello. It is good to see you again. You have recently received another shipment, have you not?
Yes, actually, less than an hour ago.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Have there been any problems with that one so far, as you've been able to tell?
Not yet, or well, not at all. I hope.
Not at all. Would you perhaps mind if I am a bit I have some alchemical knowledge, and would you mind if I just take a look at the shipment, just to make sure? I brought a chimeringer with me just in case that they'll keep an eye on me, just to make sure I don't do anything weird with your shipment. Would you be okay with that if I just check if I can see if there are anything? Is there anything in there that is unstable? Just to rule out those anything
Sure,
suspicious.
sure. That's no problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Right. So
So,
if you
well, when
could
you
then
take a
guide me
look
to
at
the
what
latest
he's
shipment.
what he's got, the current like powders are basically completely identical to the same ones that Zokin showed you before. Um, they're
Mm-hmm.
Same product, same problem where there's a small chance that they'll kind of
Mm.
blow up when you try to use them.
And is this like all of the entire shipment?
Whole shipment. It's all the same thing. It's a bulk of the same powder.
Alright. Mr. Bamidel, if if I may, this
Yes.
shipment I am finding the same kind of powder used in the unstable shipment that Zokan has gotten recently. From what I can tell, these have a sort of a chemical powder added to it that is an enhancer. However, in adding the enhancer, there is a small chance that they might explode in your face. What you want to do with this shipment further is up to you. I would not recommend selling it for the time being, or perhaps finding a way to maybe counteract the effects. But
Ugh. Well,
hopefully, with that,
that
I have
that headache is my
informed
own,
you
I
of it.
suppose.
Um, if at all possible, I would like to buy a bottle from you of this shipment. I will compensate you for it, of course.
Sure thing. I will make my last sale to a knowing customer at least. And
If
b-
if you'd wish
b-
me to sign a waiver as well, then I will do that. But I
it's
promise I
fine.
will not hold you accountable.
We have our nice chime ringer here as witness.
True. For who I very much like to wish to thank for their time. I think that with this, your services are no longer required. Thank you very much.
All right, so let me
Uh,
double check what was the, like stats or whatever from this powder.
how much is it gonna cost, by the way?
But you
Or
can basically exchange however much gold you want to exchange for that much of quote unquote crafting ingredients. Um,
I'll just get like a bottle's worth probably, so just as a sample.
all right. Yeah, okay. So there's not much to it. They're just nice ingredients in that they improve color or flavor or some other obvious but non game mechanical way.
Yeah.
So spend however much gold you want to in alchemical crafting supplies. Just make sure you mark it down on your sheet that they are
Yeah.
what they are.
I'll spend like fucking, I don't know, 3 golds worth, maybe.
All right, sounds good. That's enough to make like most low level alchemical items.
It's just, as a sample for, just in case they
Little
wanted to
little
see it.
taste test.
Yeah. I'll add it under consumables, unstable supplies. I'll just call it.
Yeah. Put in also in the description of that suspicious alchemy quest, page 21.
Description. Suspicious alchemy quest, page 21.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right. No,
In case we forget about it a million years later. Okay. So, is there anything else you want to do with Bombadil?
Thank him for his time, and then I'll be on my way.
All right. Party. How do you proceed?
I will then, because I assume I can only reply to Firefly, so Firefly will have to message us first, and then I can reply, right? Or how does that Firefly air
I
message
think
thing work?
I think I'm the only one that can talk with it. I think. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's literally the same as the message cantrip.
Except it's a longer range. Or is it?
Whisper on the wind. This has the effect of message, with a range of 500 feet. Okay. And you're 5th level, so the range is 1 mile. So yeah, it is the same thing. You can say something short to someone and they can talk back.
Okay, so I guess we'll have Firefly periodically check in with the group while they're separated.
Yeah.
And then we will eventually let them know the shipment is indeed contaminated. We'll be with you soon.
Okay.
So, you know,
something that's
he's
kind of funny about this is that its final range increase at 14th level is planetary, but also the entire plane of air.
Nice.
Smile. Firefly's like, alrighty. Tells you then what Malimby said. She basically just checks in with everybody.
You and me are staking out Obeo's house.
Yeah.
Alright, so Malimby is on his way back to Bale's house, so in the meantime, whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen, I suppose.
Yeah,
So,
do we... As we're sitting out staking his house out, do we notice anything already, like it's like that he gets home, or that he is home, or that he leaves home?
All right. You do see him like get home, or I guess in your case he would have been already home by the time you guys were there. Let me see. Yeah, so you do see his home. There's a small window, but you see Abeo look around through it and then draw the curtains, and doesn't seem to be much else to see whatsoever around his home as he has all the curtains drawn, doors closed.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have a back door. Like, is his house like built into all the is it attached to other buildings, other houses, or is it like just a home that you can walk around?
No, it's its own separate block on the corner.
Okay.
So it doesn't, unless there's underground tunnels, that doesn't seem like it leads anywhere else. The back of it lets out into like the carnivorous gardens like almost immediately, which is like kind of place like a you can call it like a park or a business basically.
You don't want to just hop the fence into that immediately.
Like there is a window on that side of his house. Like he could go that way if he wanted, but you would be able to tell. You can like watch that location as well.
Okay. Okay. And in the meantime, so Firefly, how are you doing? Jenny.
Hmm?
I asked Firefly how she was doing while we wait on Melanie and the others to show up.
I'm doing fine. Just hope to get this done with soon. We can go back to the school.
You don't like being out in the city while you have no Stella is also here, I assume.
She nods.
That's understandable, but hold.
That's something that's just. I was doing so well, and then the moment she's nearby, she looks at her own hand, it shakes a bit.
Would you feel more confident if you were disguised? Or at least looks like someone else?
That's why I decided to wear the mask again.
I
As long as
understand,
she
but
doesn't see my wings, I'll be fine.
I can, if you would like, give you my image while I take yours. Or at least so long as we are in the city.
Why does
No,
Yudin want to be disguised as Firefly so bad? Tell me this. Riddle me this.
Because I think it might put Firefly at ease, and there's no other reason.
I'm gonna walk up to
All right.
quote unquote Firefly, kiss her, and then it turns out to be Yidden. Really fucking awkward.
I would probably make it very clear to indicate that I'm not Firefly.
Don't both of them also want to be Zen Zen?
What?
I mean, that
No,
was
no,
brought up
no,
before.
no, no. You didn't got breast envy. That's it, and
Yeah.
they have less of that now.
Okay.
What's happening, bro?
Fair.
I thought we were doing an investigation. You were like, trying to catch this Abeo guy because he's selling like unstable products.
Fire.
I want to put Firefly at ease while we're doing this.
There's more than one thing going on.
Yeah, but it kind of like it went to a weird place.
Okay, look. That's up to
I am a weird place.
You're right.
Can we get back to RP?
It's up to you. I just am suggesting it, hoping that it might make you more comfortable to be someone who Stella might literally not know or be therefore care about.
I
Or
don't want to
would
risk you
recognize.
getting hurt because of me either.
Firefly. Many things might happen, but I swear to you, I won't get hurt.
She looks at you then.
Look, I'm good
You
at
don't know
getting.
Stella like I do.
That is correct, but I am good at talking myself out of situations and escaping situations.
Talking's never worked. Not with her. I've
Talk,
tried.
Firefly, with all due respect, my talking is quite not the same as your talking.
She'll realize it's not me if you talk the way you normally do.
Well, then I just talk long enough like you for you to get out, and then I'll begin talking like me.
Macy and I brought you in. Can't see it because of mask though. You just want to confront Stella, don't you?
Sorry, I didn't hear you quite.
You want to confront Stella, don't you?
I want to do what's best for you. But I would not mind, no.
I don't know how to explain it.
Look, ultimately, nothing will happen that you don't want.
I know. With you, with Malimby, with everybody here, but
We'll make sure that that applies beyond just the 6 of us. Look, you're not gonna. This is no matter what happens, Firefly. It's not gonna go like how it went in the past for you with her. You're not alone. Previously, it was you against not just her, but her family and any resources that they might had from. And what I'm assuming is that they were quite resourceful. But now you have us. And as you can see, we're quite resourceful ourselves as well. Pretty sure that's why Malimbi even went to the Magambia. Don't tell him I said that, by the way.
Said
If
what?
he, if he knows that I called him resourceful, he'll never
Will be
hear the end of
standing
this.
right behind you.
No, you're not.
Okay.
you
Firefly, I
don't do
won't
the
get.
butthead thing again, and we'll call it a deal.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, you don't do the butthead thing again, and we'll call it a deal.
But it's so funny. Fine. Fine.
I'll ask for it if I want it, okay?
Okay. Just
Looks
know
at
that
her hand.
just know that you won't be hurting anyone else by asking me.
I'm not worried about me hurting you. I'm worried about her
I'm
hurting you.
just know no one will get hurt by you asking for help. I will not get hurt, I promise.
If you're disguised as me, and she thinks you're me, you might.
Firefly, the important part of having friends and people you trust is that you can trust in relying on them and that you can trust in their abilities. Look, I maybe sometimes a little bit more confident in my abilities than I should be, but
A little bit.
let's be real, I can handle myself in most
Hold up,
situations.
hold up, hold up, hold up. A little bit?
Look, a bit overconfidence is better than no confidence.
Not that I'm not confident. I'm confident in my ability to run away. I'm confident in my ability to figure out how to hide amongst the city. How do you think I got all the way to Magambia?
I know. I just want you to be confident that Zeta can punch anyone who might hurt you, that Aruru can stab and electrocute any big, burly, hulking monsters into literal dust.
Aruru pops out of invisibility and says, "Damn straight."
That sense. Hi, Oruru. That Zenzen can scare, well, almost anyone. That Malimbi can whip out whatever surprising saving scroll you never expected, and then I can talk my way out of a situation with anyone, be that Stella or Malimbi, or when I wake up Zenzen. So,
Gentle wing bap against her side.
so your fear in for us getting hurt, I hope that you can ignore that, or at least feel it's been dispelled.
It's never gonna fully dispel because I still do worry. I may be the rogue of the party, the one that's supposed to be the one hiding in the grabbing her cloak, the one hiding in the shadows. Woo!
Worry is good. That helps protect people. Fear paralyzes.
You just don't know Stella like I do.
I know, but from our talks, I have gotten a pretty clear indication.
Okay, what's your indication? And then I might be able to feel a little more confident.
She is a sociopathic, manipulative bitch who enjoys having her ego stroked with any form of creature or exotic that might gather her attention from the world around her. She does not treat people as people beyond the people that will get her things, and then only as a facsimile as people. She likely considers any tool that she uses justifiable to use so long as she's the one using it, but completely immoral or wrong if it's used against her. Uh, Generally doesn't consider anything but herself and people like her as actual people. Am I missing anything?
We'll use people and everything around her for her own games. Will step on anyone she deems unworthy. Use any person whom she believes, even as her closest friends, as ways of moving higher up the ladder.
Yeah, I feel like I covered that pretty much.
I think that's the only thing you missed.
Look, Firefly, I'm gonna say something that might disappoint you a little bit, but I hope that in the long run it can help. There's nothing special about Stella. Those people exist. Unfortunately, there are more than just her.
Has she trapped you in a magical mirror most of your life?
I'm not saying that her acts aren't uniquely terrible. I'm saying that there are plenty of other people in the world who unfortunately would do just the same thing. So, understanding people is what I do. It's what I studied. And I understand people like that in how terrible they are. I can read them.
If you're going to hide as me, just placate her ego. If she does capture you,
I appreciate the advice. As I stretch out a hand.
pats Hidden on the head.
I actually need you to shake the hand.
What's that mean? That's so like ominous.
It's just how I need to have. I
part
need
of the
my
spell.
hand to touch you for contact with the spell,
It's
so we
range
can
touch.
exchange, so that we exchange our images.
Oh, for the spell.
Touches it with her other hand and just
I'm not
pats your head.
fucking doing a fucking Dr. Facilier. Won't you shake a portioner's hand here?
No, I thought you were just
You
like
shake
being
a
a shit about it.
person's
Like, come on, shake
hand.
my hand, kind of thing, right? But like, I thought you were just wording it in such a way it just sounded like a devil trying to make a deal. I was like, what the fuck?
No. No.
Shaitan.
No. Okay.
Would put it past you.
You have to. I do warn you to just let the spell take effect fully, so that you critically fail, so that because that way I look like you for the next 24 hours or until I dispel the spell.
Exchanges image. Oh my god.
Damn.
What's the spell actually even called? Change image, yeah. Wow.
Meanwhile, what is Zen doing?
I
I'm
don't know.
curious.
Where am I?
I don't know. Did you? I assume she went with Malimbi
Either you went with Malimbi, or you went to stakeout, or
because you're
you
not
decided
like
to do
super
something on
stealthy.
your own.
What the blind woman in the middle of the street do?
I mean, well, not always blind, but fucking Evie. Wait, I went with Balimbi? Oh.
You can either be with Malimbi or at the stakeout.
You're
but,
back.
No, you're not very stealthy, so maybe go with
It
Malimbi.
could, doesn't
No, well,
it?
Zenzen's not stealthy, but Dame is.
Fair
Dami
enough.
can be with us at the stakeout. Sen can be with Malimbi.
And
That's
Zenzen
how you
can
move.
still be nearby, just not where she needs to stealth.
Zenzen is sitting down on the corner like a beggar.
I think
Like
there's
a beggar.
range as well on the.
I feel like if Zenzen's on the
chess
corner,
axis.
people are gonna have different assumptions.
Zenzen
Yeah, I
on
feel
the
like it's,
corner.
Holy
I feel like
shit!
that's gonna get attention from the Chimringers for a specific.
Yeah, Zenzen's
Who said it was
You know
illegal?
very
that's illegal.
explicitly
Who
avoiding
said
corners.
it was illegal? Oh man.
Squint.
What? No, like
Yeah.
unironically, like there's like a lot of places like prostitution is absolutely just illegal. Like in the
Yeah, like
UK, you can
Netherlands.
just hire a prostitute, or the Netherlands. Yeah, go hang out with Peter and all four and order up some hookers. It's
Yeah,
fine.
but Calistria isn't widely worshipped here, so I don't think it's legal in Nantambu.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I would have been
Why
like
wouldn't it be?
nearby and have Dame like staking out like the back of wherever his house is.
Banana.
And
She's in the
then-
bushes.
Going.
So I don't know.
Do we cue the meme of entering the carnivorous gardens and then random vines appear?
No.
Heck W,
Oh.
no. Anyways, that doesn't happen. You're all just fucking staking out at
Tentacles.
Bayo's house.
Except at different angles.
Done on. I've seen that episode of
Not
Monster
the-
Musume.
We're not letting this motherfucker go.
Watching every
Uh,
single opening of his house.
So unless there is something else anyone wants to do, I guess Malimbi reunites with the party.
Alright. Is there any active activities anyone wants to partake in or attempt in this time? Okay.
No.
So, in that case, y'all staking out his house. And you keep staking out his house.
Nothing.
And,
Firefly would have tried to went around to the side to see if there is a back door.
night begins to fall.
Nope, time to knock on the door.
Ooh.
Well, what do you...
I mean, like, well, I thought we were just staking out his house until we had better reason to like move in or something.
I'm pretty sure Malimbi finding the same powder in the shipment is reason.
And we need to at least question him. Because, well, he
Could
did
we not have
sell
done that
and steal
earlier?
supplies. No, because we first
thought-
needed to confirm the shipment.
Well, yeah, but like, is it taking until nightfall for Malimbi to come back to tell everybody?
No, he came back already.
Yeah, then we're knocking on the door.
At the moment Malimbi's
I,
back.
I literally stopped and asked, like, does anyone else want to do anything actively during this, like, stakeout? And you
Yeah, I
all said,
thought
like,
we
no.
would have,
So,
Yeah,
like,
but the
while
stakeout the
Malim-
stakeout ends when Malimbi gets back. So I
Yeah, the
thought
sale
you
ends when
were.
Malin gets
Wait.
back.
what?
I thought
Bro,
Firefly was gonna
y'all...
check around for a back door
All right,
or
look,
some sort of
We
back
were
listen,
door.
keeping an
you're...
eye on the house while Malimbi was confirming to see if the guy sneaks out before Malimbi gets back to confirm that the shit was fucked up.
Okay, all right. Well, you
Yeah.
you guys should be more clear about what you were trying to do.
Sorry.
Anyways, all right,
Mhm.
then Malimbi comes back like 10 minutes later, and you've been staking out his house for maybe like 20 minutes.
All right. So, y'all want to approach this by just knocking on the door? Assuming
What
he's
you-
home. Did y'all see
you-
him come home?
Yeah, he's home. Did you find
Firefly's gonna check around the back.
something in the shipment?
Firefly should have relayed that, but yes, I did find the entire shipment to be
Oh,
contaminated.
I said
Oh, by the way,
check. I would have relayed that.
yeah, Millenby, I look like Firefly right now. Firefly looks like me.
That is. It's a good thing I can tell by the voices, but like
Yeah, that helps.
this is weird. I don't know how to feel about this one.
Look, it's for Firefly's protection.
No, I understand that. I just don't know how to feel about it.
Well, maybe don't think about it too much for my sake.
You know what? I want to be mean.
Hmm?
Zenzen walks up. Hey, Dan, when did you get cuter? There.
Well, Firefly said I couldn't do this to you anymore, Millenby, so I put a butt on the back of
Oh my.
her face.
Okay, can we just focus on the task at hand? Thank you for the.
What? Fucking butthead over here.
Oh my god.
What do you all do?
So are we just
knock
going
on his
to
door.
You knock on his door. It's like, all right, you hear from the other side of the door. Hello?
Yes, hello.
What do you want?
We hear you have a ability to get alchemical goods to places, and we would like to make use of your service.
Are you a shop owner?
Yes.
Which shop?
I name would I know any like fairly new shops?
It could be like a traveling merchant stand that just pulled into town.
Malimbi pipes up the Igwe Trading Company.
Wait. Or say that again?
The Igwe Trading Company.
Oh fuck! They found me! And you hear him like fucking stumble and like furniture fall, and you hear like a window like slam open.
What the fuck just happened?
Firefly's gonna run around to the back.
I'm gonna
As
run
fast
with
as she
Firefly. I'm gonna run with Firefly. God
What
damn
just
it, Malimby.
happened?
Malimbi
Sada's
looks
gonna run
bewildered.
after him as well.
Malimbi looks bewildered because that's just his parents' like small trading company. It's like what?
What the fuck just happened?
He happens to owe them money, is what happened.
Oh.
Why?
Huh.
Alright.
Well, okay, well, here we go.
Here's
So,
Malimbi just trying to
this
make
is
it
a-
convincing.
This is how we're going to start a fucking chase sequence.
Oh boy, we love chase sequences here.
See,
I cast Fleet
yeah,
Step.
but this time I have the hindsight of knowing what it's like to be a part of or run a chase sequence and how you should actually do them so they don't suck. So, all right,
Oh my god.
where is my music? Where is my music? Is this the song that I remember it as? Yeah, this is good.
Oh, this works.
Yeah, this works. a little bit of tension. Okay.
Parkour.
Time for parkour. Alright, so he jumps out like from a back window, a little escape hatch in his home, and ducks immediately into the carnivorous gardens. Firefly immediately notices and can call you all to chase where he's headed. So, what's gonna happen here is you need to get through the obstacles that are in the carnivorous gardens as you chase a bear, dodging them deftly himself, clearly anticipating in a worst case scenario what he would do to get out of here. So,
question.
Yes.
Right before, who's the best athletics acrobatics?
I have a 12 in acrobatics.
I have a 9.
I have a 10.
In both?
13 athletics, 2 acrobatics.
I got 13 in athletics and 10 in acrobatics.
Can I, right before right as he says, "Oh fuck, they found me," cast heroism on Zeta?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you cast heroism on Zeta. So,
Okay,
go
Zeta,
ahead
you
and
have a
make that
plus
check.
1
Just,
to.
look at it, just cast the spell and then
Yeah.
there we go. Boom. Buff.
Plus 1 to which one?
Don't worry, it's
To-
already applied.
Everything that
Okay.
is
Like
everything.
everything. Oh wow, oh, they changed heroism. It's fancy. Oh my god, that was cool. The animation, I like that. Okay.
I missed it.
Firefly is running as fast as she can,
Alright,
being as
so-
acrobatic as she can to get through the
So
trees.
your first obstacle here is in the carnivorous gardens is getting through here. Your chase leads through a lush garden full of large carnivorous plants, all of which take a keen interest in anyone who passes through. So I'm gonna need
Oh,
either
God.
acrobatics checks to weave past snapping plants, or nature or survival checks in order to get through them in a safer manner.
Actually,
Blind roll?
No, we can roll this right out in the open.
I wanna try re-rolling that.
wait. Question:
I don't want to be bug.
Does-
I would want to be a spider caught in a plant. that
Does
is
haste help?
Did I not roll?
Yeah, you did roll Firefly. You rolled first.
You rolled a 19. Yeah, you
19.
deleted it.
Yep, there. No, she
There we
hero
go.
pointed it, so she got 31. All right, the DC was 20 for acrobatics. So
I'm re-rolling mine.
yeah, it takes only 4 points to get past this. A success is 1, crit success is 2. So with all that, yeah. So yeah,
Failed.
Zeta,
We
Malimbi,
have
Firefly.
to-
You navigate around a path and get the plants to
don't know.
snap shut on just thin air, and everyone else, you're able to follow them through safely now that the plants are already snapped shut.
Okay.
So this
Fire-
leads us.
Firefly's just running as fast as she can, being as acrobatic as she can. Probably the one that's making him snap shut first.
All right, so you get through the main of the garden, and you get to the guarded front gate of it, and you see a Bayo as he's running past it and swinging it shut, and is like, God, they want my head! And just pointing at you all as he just keeps sprinting ahead. So,
I'm gonna.
How
can I
tall are
roll-
the gates?
they are approximately, kind of like like a decorative gate where like the actual like hard gate is like about 10 feet tall, but then on top is like very pointy decoration, so you'd have to clear about like 15 feet.
I have fledgling fight.
All right. And
So-
what is exactly does that confer upon you?
I can do. Hold up, let me actually look it up because I have
once per
fleet-
round. You can.
I can move up to half my movement speed before falling, so I can fly over the gate and then fall over on the other side. Catch it.
There's no problems with that. You are an air kineticist. You actually have a +10 to that speed in general, and even on top of that, you could literally just do an air blast and flying. So I will say for Firefly, that's an automatic crit success on this. So you're already 2 points out of 4 for clearing this. In general, for everyone else, it'll be either athletics to like push past the guards, or You do deception or diplomacy to quickly convince them that Abeo is the criminal.
I'm
Or,
gonna
if you
just-
really want to, you can sneak around.
Can
tell
I
the
cool
guards-
man through the gate?
I just
Kool-Aid
yell
Man,
at the
that would be
guards.
athletics.
Stop that! I just yell at the guards. Stop that thief! He stole my mother's necklace.
Oh,
Rerolling
no.
that. 0 point.
Roll like crap.
Alright, lucky for
29,
you, you
that's
didn't. Abeo is a bit of a suspect, so the guards believe you and like duck out of the way and like try to follow Abeo a little bit, like figure out which way he went.
So, Copter, does it look like I'm
So.
gaining ground? at this point?
You're keeping pace right now. This clearly Abeo has thought about this in the past. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
kind of
what if I
weird
cast-
how quickly he's getting ahead of you guys.
So what if I cast Fleet Step, which gives me plus 30-foot speed to my, well, 30-foot
Well, that'll
bonus to
come
my
in
speed.
handy for our next obstacle here, because with Zeta's crit success, he barrels past the guards and pops the gate open, letting everyone else through, and
Nice.
the brief amount of diplomacy here kind of keeps the guards from being that upset about it.
I need to get
So.
in range in 30-foot range.
Next up, you see a busy canal that runs like straight through the city here. Like you can literally see on the map you're coming up on the canals that run all throughout Nantambu. And you see Abeo literally like fucking Assassin's Creed like grinding across like a tight wire across the canal. As he gets to the other side, he like rips the peg out that was keeping it anchored on the other side and starts running ahead.
Can I fledgling flight again?
How often can you fledgling flight? Is it every round?
Once per round. I'm assuming each one of these is a different round.
All right.
Well, it's
I
typically
will.
6 seconds.
Yeah, I will count that as
Six
a regular success for you, Firefly, since that doesn't help anyone else get across.
Yeah.
So
seconds.
Both of
Yeah.
these could just be cleared with fledgling flight for Firefly. Firefly's just keeping up with this dude.
Are there any like boats on the canal?
Yep, there are boats across the canal. You can leap between them with an athletics check. You can also try to do the same thing that Abeo did and try to use a clothesline or jump across the little like poles that like you've seen like those little poles in the canals of a canal city like Venice or something. So there are ways to get across here.
Is it a different check for that or?
Either acrobatics or athletics to get across this one.
I'll use acrobatics then. Can I
I
assist
gotta reroll that.
Can I assist by casting Gust of Wind, but directing it like behind me? That it like pushes me forward?
Fucking fall in the water.
Allows the gust of wind as giving a circumstance
I
bonus.
throw
to-
you.
Oh! He throws you. Alright, Malimbi gets thrown. Alright, that's good enough. That is good enough, team. You all can get across the canals here, clear the path, jump across.
Now,
Alright.
let's go.
Am I catching up? Because this guy.
You are starting to catch up.
Wait, so
Okay.
Copter, is this like Malimbi doing like a double jump like in a video game?
Malimbi's
Fucking
doing a
air
double jump.
dash.
A little air dash. Basically.
Fuck yeah.
As you very, maybe not so gracefully land on the other side, but keep moving because of gust of wind.
It's fine.
As a fox, I start wave dashing like Fox on Final Destination.
Look, I'm not a jumping spider. Okay.
Alright. The ground gained quickly becomes perhaps not so easily regained as you come across some twisting alleyways as a Bayo kind of slams to the wall, looks back, sees Firefly approaching, then tips over a basket of fruit from a passerby in
Acrobat.
that alleyway.
Acrobatic. Acrobatic.
Cabbages
Acrobatic.
at you.
Jump
Hold
over
on,
it.
hold on. All right. So he starts to duck, though, into these alleyways, and these are some, like, crazy narrow, like, favela alleyways in this denser part of the city here. You're gonna need to either make perception checks to, like, navigate to, like, actually be able to even follow Abeo through this part of the city, or make a society check to see if you even know the neighborhood, or, like, lore Nantambu if you have it.
I have dubious lore. Does that help?
It needs to be
could.
specifically Lord Nantambu.
Yeah, it would.
think.
Well,
Dubious
no.
knowledge.
Dubious knowledge. I'll give it a
How the-
flat check if dubious knowledge even like helps you here, but
Treasure trove.
You'll still need to roll
treasure trove
society.
information. Not all of it comes from reputable sources. When you fail, but not critically fail, a recall knowledge check using any skill, you learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous. I don't know how to
It's
pronounce that word.
erroneous.
Erroneous knowledge, but you don't have any way to differentiate which is which.
All right. Either way, in your time thinking about this feat, Zen,
No,
that is a success. You do know a decent amount about the city here. Zeta, in your time working for Bombadil during your downtime, you did frequent this neighborhood. You also know the way. And Malimbi, you know this place like the back of your hand. This is probably where you get some of your scroll supplies sometimes. To be perfectly frank.
You
Or
didn't need the
Malimbi.
hero point because we got 4 successes.
Do
Yeah,
I need a hero
anyways.
point?
no. Then
No,
can
we-
I
We got 4 successes.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
4
no
successes.
hero
can
Take
I
it
get back that hero point, or because I could just take the 7?
Firefly, you didn't even roll.
It's at the
Yeah, it
bottom.
is. It's at the bottom.
Oh, that is Firefly. Okay, yeah, yeah, you can take that back. You don't have to roll anything at all.
Okay.
But yeah, so between Zeta, Malimbi, and Zen, you guys know how to get through this neighborhood pretty well. So you pop out of one alleyway, and you see Abeo pop out like 2 alleyways down from you as he looks over and looks back at you, and it's have a fucking Scooby-Doo moment as he ducks to the other direction. And he goes back towards the market, like the same one where you were talked to Bombadil. So at this point, it's you're at like the busiest hours of the day at this point, and the time that you spent staking out his house and whatnot. So there is a difficult to maneuver through bustling market ahead of you. You're gonna need to either make acrobatics checks to like literally walk on people's heads, athletics checks to shove through the crowd, or a society check to figure out like the correct flow through the
I'm
foot
just
traffic.
Question.
going to
Yeah.
acrobatic.
Could I roll performance to kind of distract the crowd away to make an easy path for the party?
Yes, you may try to do that with performance. All right.
So Zeta just juggernauts through the crowd.
Beep beep, piece of jeep.
Beep,
Okay.
beep, beep.
Yeah, actually, that's good enough. Fucking Yadin makes a wonderful display distraction to the majority of the crowd, and it starts to pull people away and create a opening in the back. And anyone that's unfortunate enough to not care about Yadin's performance gets Kool-Aid Man by Zeta. So the party is taking a pretty hasty path down the way. Yadin's falling behind to make this distraction, but that's okay. It looks like Abeo's about to be cornered.
Firefly is
And,
going to use her whisper on the wind to keep Gideon informed
All right.
of where
So-
they are.
Abeo's damn near cornered. You're actually right outside where you started your journey, in front of Bombadil's shop. And as you're about to catch up with Abeo, he kind of veers to the side and like grabs a pole from like one of the little tents that's at Bombadil's shop to like kind of quickly turn around as he just reaches into his own shipment that he gave Bombadil and scoops out some powder and throws it at you guys, presumably mixing it with whatever was in his own hand as a bunch of tiny flashes, little tiny bits of fire appear when he does that. It's like blinding.
Can I do something real quick? As I see him
Mhm.
throwing the powder at us, can I direct it upwards so it's up in the air? using my wing kinet assist. Because it's just dust at that point, so she could just woof, throw it straight up with a wind kinet assist blast.
Okay, yeah, you can use make an attack roll to in place of a skill check then for that.
Okay.
Wind.
All right. In general, same as a couple of these other challenges, you can do acrobatics or athletics checks to maneuver around this little.
I'm hero pointing that. I want to try.
flashbang
I want to
sleigh.
try.
That's
There you
That's
go.
what-
There you go.
Nice.
Wind.
Boosh. All right.
I mean, at that point, you might as well blast it into his face.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to accidentally blow him up.
So,
Yeah, fair.
Maybe speed.
all
She
right.
wants to catch or hit this guy alive.
As for
If she didn't
As-
care, she'd blow it back in his face.
as for everyone else currently trying to overcome the Abeo's last-ditch effort, you can either make athletics or acrobatics checks to basically avoid his powder and wrestle him down, or if you have crafting, you can either throw out a neutralizing agent to kind of calm this reaction to get through it.
Wait, what is the reaction doing?
It's like it's a combination of things. It's basically just like a bunch of like fire, lights, just
We
tiny
all
sonic
spoke
booms.
about
Anyways,
Didn't I knock most of it up in the air, or did I only knock the part that was going
you knocked
after
up
me?
most of it. Yes, yeah. But like he is like basically unloading all of his alchemy supplies that he's got on him and mixing it with the unstable stuff.
Well, just in case there's anything to breathe, I just quickly deep breath and then I'm gonna roll athletics.
All right. In that case,
It's roll a 2.
you guys basically plow through his ad hoc tear gas without much resistance. Most of it blown away by Firefly. Whatever is left neutralized immediately with oils and whatever neutralizing agents you guys have on your person. And Abeo's basically hopping backwards from this, kind of off kilter, as you rush up to him and maybe trying to wrestle him down or not even touching him. He falls and puts his arms up, clearly outnumbered and out of options, and just says, "I surrender!"
Dude, that's it on him.
Firefly just died.
Can I
Zeta
levy a
just
spell
wrestles
charm
him
person?
down.
All right. Zeta, you pin him
That was
down.
a better chase sequence.
Yeah, that is a way better chase sequence.
That
Wow.
was actually kind of fun. Like the whole trying to improvise and RP how we chase him. That was funny. That was good. Good shit.
Can I melodious spell or actually, I don't need to melodious spell this. Can I bon mot him and then charm person him because to make him more talkative?
I don't
Sure.
think we needed waste spells at the moment.
I think he pretty much surrendered at this point.
Surrendered, but
He's gonna talk so we don't kick his ass.
fine.
You
I'll
just see
not
somebody literally control the air to knock away a big amount
I
of
can
like
always,
dust.
if he doesn't want to divulge some information, I'll try then. But until then, you're right. I'll wait.
Eden, you can be the bad cop if he doesn't talk, okay?
I will always be the good cop.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I kind of have
Whatever,
to.
whatever helps you sleep at night.
Shut up,
Morally
Millenby.
gray cop.
Shut up, Millenby.
Yes. About that.
I could be bad cop.
About we take him somewhere private. Find some sort of secluded area, perhaps. And then we'll see what you have to say. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, I am indeed affiliated with the Equate Trading Company, but it is not what this is about.
What was that thing that made you run away anyway?
Wait, it's not
It's about something entirely different. But I am indeed affiliated with the Equi Trading Company, and now that you freaked out by hearing that name, I'd very much like to know what that was about.
You can't prove anything. You can't prove anything.
You ran through the city.
Okay, how about you come with us to a more secluded area, and then I don't need to prove anything.
Also, I'm gonna make a deception check at him and say, I have magic that can just force you to tell the truth. You might as well just fess up.
Oh god, are you gonna bluff the fuck out of him?
Oh God.
Firefly just looks at this guy.
I don't have a truth telling spell. I could, but I don't.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that, so I'm bluffing.
All right, y'all take him to a bit more secluded of a location, and sit him down. And he's like, "All right, what you want from me?"
Well, first we want to know why you freaked the fuck out when you heard about his trading company.
I hypothetically may or may not owe money.
How
Interesting.
much hypothetical money?
You
Don't we
know,
also-
is sometimes when you have a pallet of goods, and perhaps sometimes when you're not paying attention, you tip over a lantern, and then you owe an entire pallet of textiles worth of money.
Is that why
Holy
you're selling stuff that explodes?
No. But also, yes, it's complicated.
Okay. Then why don't you make this very simple for us?
Look, when it comes to the powder, I may have gone to a few gambling dens and then not been able to afford my bets. And that might have made Frog Legs very upset with me.
Pay up. We made a bet. Pay up.
Wait, what kind of bet did we make?
We bet on
Uh,
if those frog legs or not pay up.
No, we did not. I don't remember any of it.
Not you.
Firefly's like, was it like 2 gold?
I don't remember actually. I'm not gonna hold you to the bet. I just wanted to be right.
I
mean,
wish it
didn't
were
want to be
2
right,
gold.
I mean, I didn't
Add
want to be
2
right.
gold to your inventory as Firefly hands you 2 gold pieces. I don't care. I'm holding up to it.
Fine, fine. I now have any amount of gold. Thank you, Firefly.
What?
So, I take
Any
it
amount.
you couldn't afford things and then had to do whatever jobs was asked, quote unquote, of you. Yeah.
Why did Frog Legs want you to make mildly explosive powder and deliver that to shops in Antambu and to the Magambia?
You know that could have hurt a lot of people, right?
Look, I'm just trying to pay back my debts, and
You're an
I'm
idiot.
just gonna do whatever the people in charge tell me to.
Okay. Did
Who's
they
in
say
charge?
anything else?
Okay, I'll let you get his question answered first.
Kind of like looks away from you. He's like, can't say.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Zeta is going to break your arms if you don't tell us. And your hands, and then you won't be able to make powder to pay off your debts.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay, I'm going to roll intimidation as well. With intimidating glare.
Oh boy.
I totally want.
I want to join in on intimidation.
Yeah, same.
I like-
Zeta can be like a support, right? Give me the like assist. So it's like a +2.
Holy shit.
Oh damn.
Oh, Firefly's not intimidating at all.
Dragon
Everyone's
claws.
Feels
intimidating this
intimidating.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
fucking.
actually really funny. It's actually really funny because right now Firefly looks intimidating because I'm intimidating, and you did looks really not intimidating because Firefly looks like you didn't.
All right, you guys basically like surround him, kind of gang up on me. And he's like, "Oh, look. Hey, all right, I owe money to the Gripply Jinxers and Frog Legs. And I'm trying to pay back my debts. Yes, of course. And so my job was to deliver the reagents. I don't make them. I'm a textiles merchant. Or at least I was a textiles merchant. I give Bamadel a lot for a little, or move the merchandise faster. And that was my instructions. I don't know where the powder comes from, or who's dropping it off, but I assume it's the Gripply. It can't be anyone else, right? Unless this rabbit hole goes much deeper than I'm paid to.
All right. So, oh, Copter, I don't know if you see Zen's out of character message.
Fuck, Nick. Oh shit, you're right. I had Firefly's sheet for open for a long time.
All right. So, here is my suggestion. You obviously pick up the powder and the reagents from somewhere. So, if you let us know where you pick it up from, we will do what we can to ensure that, well, you leave here intact. And I'll see about arranging something with the Equi Trading Company about that debt. I can't see that it will be forgiven, but for the very least, they won't pursue you aggressively for it. Hopefully, we can maybe set up some sort of payment plan,
Maybe you
and
can
then you can get your textile trade back on track. Hopefully,
displace the debt a little.
in exchange, all I need to know is where you pick up the supplies.
Mhm. That's all you need to tell us. Sorry, but we need to know that Sean.
Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Firefly being the least intimidating is trying to be like the voice of reason at this point. Like,
Which actually looks like you didn't. It's very
exactly. Exactly. Firefly is not good at charisma, but she is very good at acrobatics.
It's
which,
very good for me because you didn't very rarely tries to be scary because it has to do with their image, but they don't have to right now because Firefly is the image. I can just be scary.
oh, don't get me wrong. Firefly has probably had to do this before, maybe
Well, I
a
figure
little
you
bit.
do, but you didn't want to like have a general image in the like social ladder of being kind, nice, not intimidating,
You
very
know,
welcoming.
maybe
You're helping me with that.
you.
All right. So Abeo's like, look, please, you've got to help me. It's not about the coin. It's not about debts. I don't want to die here. Okay. I will tell you exactly where I get these, or well, when they are given to me to then sell to Bombydell, because Bombydell is a well-known and well-loved alchemist, and it makes it easy for them to get the powders out there. I'm not really sure what it's for, but I can't be stuck in this anymore. Just the fact that I said it was frog legs puts me at danger.
If it makes you feel better, we already I already at least thought it was frog leg.
Firefly looks at Yadin and points to her face.
Then you know how messed up that this new crime lord that's been arising through up in the ranks here is going to deal very harshly with anyone that reveals information.
Wait, you mean frog legs or some other crime lord?
Frog legs!
Okay.
And he just like says that loudly, kind of angry, but then covers his mouth. Like, oh.
Okay.
Hello?
So
Hello?
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Firefly points to her face, like telling Yadin, take off the mask.
I take
Like-
off the mask illusion to kind of. Pretty sure that works.
Can you even do that?
I'm pretty sure it works.
It's part of the
You've
illusion,
seen
right?
Fire-
Like
Yeah.
if you're wearing a hoodie in an illusion and you pull the hoodie back, you still have the illusion, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, but
also.
the-
It's also
if the
Yadin.
mask-
Also, Yadin has seen Firefly's face, so the
Yeah, I know
spell
what it
will.
looks. I mean, I
I
wouldn't
just
even need
wasn't
to
sure.
know.
I just wasn't sure if
Magic.
the mask was part of the illusion.
it's fine.
I mean,
It's
it's
fine.
magic, it
The
doesn't
the
matter.
illusion doesn't break. You still have the
Alright.
Firefly disguise going.
So yeah, I take off the mask.
Okay.
Firefly wants to see his reaction to her face.
He
Remember this
doesn't
face.
really react at all.
Okay, good.
Right. So what we can probably do is I can get in contact with the Equi Trading Company. Perhaps they can assign you some work in a different place for the time being. Additionally, we could also talk to the Chimebringers and plead on your behalf that you are a important witness that needs to be
That's
protected.
no go. That's too loud. That they'll find me.
All right.
I need to be snuck out of the city. If you got a fancy deal with the Igwe, I will take that. That is most generous of you. But I need to get out of Natambu.
I'll have a talk with them and I'll see what I can arrange for you. In the meantime, lay low as best you can. I'll get back to you as soon
Why
as
don't
I
we
can.
bring him back to the school temporarily and give him to one of the teachers so he can get snuck out?
Possibly.
I mean,
We'll have to
Froglegs
ask
probably
the
won't be a
teachers.
problem for much longer. She's
Look,
just smiling.
if you take me to the Magambia, that's the same thing as the Chimingers. They got their processes, I'm sure, here and there. I don't think I'll be safe from Frog Legs.
Do you know a place where you can stay safe for a few days? Somewhere
I
you
don't
can
think I
lay
have
low?
days after this, especially with our little show in the market.
Yeah, well, that was kind of your own fault now, wasn't it?
I'll have to expedite my contacting the Equi Trading
Look,
Company then.
look. If it doesn't matter about your
So-
deal with the Igwe. That's most generous, but that can happen later. Right now, I need at least by tomorrow a way to get out of this city. I'm not sure what to do. I only had the one little escape plan out of my house, but nowhere else to go because, well, all my other options are cut off by the Griplies.
Which
How do you
is
feel like?
exactly-
How would you feel about going to heaven?
No, that's
He
don't
like
know what
he
he
like
has to-
is like kind of goes pale and like scoots back from you. Is like what?
Hold on. They got a special case. You mean that in the like interdimensional travel kind of way, right? The interplanar way.
Yes, obvious. Oh, that's how you thought it. Right. Material planers. They think that that's the no. I mean, like you just.
That
I mean,
almost
like
kind of
just
sounds
going
like
there.
semantically.
Actually,
Okay,
I
but
need to think about how I would get them there.
Doctor, does the Equi Trading Company have like a any sort of like establishment here in Nantambu?
Look, your family's from Varese,
that's
right?
up to you, honestly.
because Malimbi would be like he speaks like common in the Malangi dialect, so he's like
Hmm.
typically he is from the Malangi. I just hadn't decided yet whether or not they are established in Nantambu.
All right, we can like flip a coin on this. We can just roll a d20 whether or not they have a business front here in Nantambo. This is a big city, so.
Yeah, it's big city, and it's also it has the Gambia, so it seems like it's probably a pretty good.
Yeah, 14 high
Yeah,
roll. Yeah,
like
sure.
them.
Yeah. You got at least a business connection here.
Okay, so that is exactly why I'm bringing up the Igwe Trading Company. We do have a storefront here in Nantambu. They can probably get you out.
I
They
mean,
can assign
otherwise,
you some. They can assign you some work, even potentially. Will then, at least I will escort you out of the city with whatever work they have given you.
Okay. You. Oh. All right. Just help me squeeze my way out of here and.
Look, you've been, even despite the chase, you've been forthcoming with the information, so I will help you. Don't worry.
but before we get you anywhere, where was your drop-off?
All right, it's over between 2nd and 4th Street.
Thank you. Firefly just smiles.
Yeah.
You've been a great help.
So, Malimbi, you get him the place that you want to take him. We should check out if he's even telling the truth. Because, with all due respect, if we find nothing there, then we don't really have much reason to protect you now, do we?
No, if you go there now, you'll find nothing. But he kind of like digs into his pocket. If you pulls out a little piece of cloth, this symbol. I've looked for other places out of my own curiosity. I didn't poke too far, but I don't think it actually means anything. It's just a symbol that they use for my drop-off point. They're pretty careful. But if you go look around 2nd and 4th Street, in maybe a week's time, you might find that my shipment is there. Although, the fact that I'm not going to be around, I'm not sure if that will even help you.
Mm.
The symbol itself is
We
not of importance. It's just like a mark for, a drop point.
Firefly takes it. Well, we could just look around.
You don't happen to know anyone else who is indebted to the Ripley Mafia, do you?
No. Thankfully, I'm not that deep in.
God damn it, you are useless.
Yeah.
All right, so at least this will hopefully get us one step closer to the Gripply Mafia. If at all possible, I'd very much like Zeta to come with me just in case. Or Aruru, one of the two. I need some, like, I'd like to have some extra muscle around just in case.
Very well.
The rest of you, if you want to come with us, that's also fine. I'm going to take him to the Equity Trading Company.
Okay,
Or we
after
can
you do
whatever
that,
want.
you should talk to Bombadil and explain to him what's been happening, because he needs to stop getting that powder out there, and he needs to give us the list of people who we sold that powder to.
He probably needs to also get a new supplier.
Well, that's
See
definitely
that?
the case.
That's a little bit of the trouble, right? Because it's the reason why I give it to Bombadil is because Bombadil sells to everyone. He's very popular.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that's a list that we're going to go down because of you and your stupid choices.
It's,
Yeah.
the man was desperate. As for
Plenty
Babylon,
of people are desperate. They don't start working with the mob.
well, he kind of
It
ended up
wasn't
in a
by
gambling
choice,
debt with.
unless my choice is keeping my legs.
Your choice was not gambling when you were already in debt.
He didn't. I agree, it's stupid, but we all make a mistake sometimes. He just managed to fuck up monumentally. Now, can we focus on the task at hand instead? Like, we can't change the past.
can make sure it doesn't happen in the future. But yes, let's focus on the task at hand.
All right. Moving forward, if you guys want to help him get out of the city, make either Deception, Society, or Stealth check, or Lord Nantambu if you have it, to try and get finer details of this plan figured out, how to get him out of here.
Saving my point in case I need it later.
I'll use society, I guess. 25. I'll take it 20.
Wow. 2.
All right. You guys do a few little debates on what to do here and there. Overall, Malimbi's initial plan of getting him into the Igwe company and then out that way seems like the most solid, and you're able to hash out the finer details of how to sneak him around into the Igwe post. But overall, you feel at least a little bit confident that this will work, depending on how plugged in the Jinxers and the Frog mobs spies are. But as for now, his fate is going to be a mystery to you all, but at least once you finally part ways at the Igwe post, he seems to be in a bit higher spirits. A little bit of hope restored to his eyes.
But before we leave, I do mention careful with the lens.
Huh?
I do mention to him, like, before I leave, I just go, and careful with the lanterns. Keep.
Whew. Don't have to tell me twice.
I imagine so. May the gods watch over.
Wow.
Leo's fate
Alright.
takes him away from Nantambu.
Hey, why couldn't this school have been in Binkai? Then I could have had cool connections with family stuff.
We should have played Parade of Ghosts. Blame Kyria.
Your family's a little far.
Yeah, that's right. If the school was in Minkai, then it would have been fine. Okay. Although if we had, like, Magic Academy in Japan land, we've been running with toast in our mouths and bumping into each other at like street corners, and then fall in weird positions that don't make any physical sense. How you ended up in that position? Anime.
Alright.
Just
Like,
Firefly.
how do you bump into someone while running into each other and then end up inside their clothes? How does that happen? I don't know. Anime.
Get inside their clothes. Simple. Ask Eden how he got inside of Firefly's clothes. That's kind of weird. Exchange image.
Okay, Mr. Bean.
What?
Oh,
That
Mr.
was
Bean.
the actual answer. Yeah, what I just said is a quote
Yeah.
from Mr. Beam.
Yeah, quote from Mr.
Okay.
Bean.
I see.
When he talks.
No,
Yes,
but he makes
very
funny
rarely.
noises.
Very rarely.
It's like 1 or 2 words.
But yeah. We leave the Igwe Trading Company. His fate here from henceforth unknown.
And at least we have a lead.
We have a lead. So what do you all want to do now? What do you reckon we should do first?
Well, we have to wait for a while. So I don't know. Food?
Food's
Firefly's
We
like,
could go for-
I can barely handle. I am barely handling myself right now because of the beer.
I mean, food at the academy.
food at the academy. Then we could do an intermediate report to Zulkan and possibly the rest of the staff. We should probably let the
Sure.
teachers know that this is starting to involve organized crime and that they should probably be a bit more alert.
Yeah.
Let's make our way back. Firefly turns to walk back towards the academy.
Would it help if we held hands? Kind of weird though, because you look like Eden right now. But
Ooh.
Wraps
Weird.
you know,
arm around herself.
Just put it back on her head. It'll be okay.
Wraps arm around herself.
yeah.
Grabs Moonbee's arm. Wraps around herself.
Oh, there it is. All right. Hey, Eden, how does this make you feel?
Eden is walking in front of you and says, "I don't know what you're fucking looking at."
What?
Firefly just sighs. Moonbee
Mm-hmm.
boops him on the nose. Shush.
Well, maybe sometimes I think you, instead of to the Magambia, you should have gone to Tether Mammalian.
To where? What did you just say to me?
To school in Ustalav. It is where the greatest clowns of the world are trained.
Okay, look, if I wanted to hear from an asshole, I'd fart.
I promise Firefly, I promise Firefly, I promise Firefly, I promise Firefly, I promise Firefly. I
Whispers on the wind.
Firefly.
Leaning her head down.
Firefly, can you make an exception?
She's whispering. She's using whisper on the wind, and it's just mumbling. He deserves it right now.
I
Till we get back.
put a butt on his face.
Damn.
Oh, I guess.
Firefly just starts laughing.
I guess that's me. Means I'm right all the same when you're the one talking out of your ass. Go to clown college, bitch.
You
I
know
did
what?
not. Side note, out of character, I did not make up Tether the Million. That is it is a very obscure actual clown college in
I
Ustalav.
assumed this was just the from Extinction Curse or something. Like
It's not. No, it's not. It's from Rule of Fear.
Clown College, actual
Clown College is from
Clown
Rule
College.
of Fear.
But
Yeah.
it's mentioned in Rule of Fear. But yes,
You
I
ever
mean, I guess
wonder
claustrophobia,
like
but yeah.
what's up with clowns, like where their job is strictly speaking to bring joy to people, and then it's like, oh no, it's always
Rule of Fear
horror
was
movies.
Rule of Fear was an actual, I think, adventure in 1E, so it's not like a like rulebook talking about all the
Oh yeah, no.
different kinds of phobias.
I understand, but it's just.
No, I was
Clowns are
specifying
always
for.
scary.
No, they're not. I was specifying for
Clown
Musashi.
scary.
Eden,
Clown College.
Eden, somehow, somewhere, you are robbing a village of their Eden. But it's okay.
Whatever you say, Buttface.
Mm-hmm.
Abruru. I feel weird feeling like I'm a normal one here.
What do you mean? This
Yeah,
is
weird.
normal. Like this is normal behavior between like
Friends.
I wanna call it friends.
I mean, this is more sibling behavior, but technically we're not siblings, so friends.
Yeah.
But what we're engaging in is actually quite standard for relationships for, I'm gonna say older brother, younger me.
I don't know, depends. Which one of us is the oldest anyway?
Yadin is like 20, 20, it's like 20 or 21.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
21.
older. But Malimbi's 29. Yes. I am the older sibling.
Yeah, I'm 21.
The spearhead, the cavalry spearhead into the parental failures.
I have like 4 siblings, and none of us really do that.
That kind of is the indication that you didn't have the most standard childhood sense in.
What?
Well, I mean, me and my brother didn't really used to do this kind of banter either, but like every relationship between siblings is different.
Like we might have banter, but we didn't put butts on each other's faces.
I mean,
No
that's
butt
more.
faces.
It's more of a
Except
human
when,
thing, I
except
think.
when one of them would toss
Millen-
around in your sleep a lot. Then sometimes your butt would eat your face.
So you slept eating ass.
She's
It's-
gonna give
I-
you
I-
like the like
I don't know if I put it that
like
way.
stank eyes look, just like you fucking
Well,
what?
Eden, I can't decide whether or not your diplomacy skills are really good or really bad.
See, that's the beauty of being really good at something. You can purposefully be really bad at it.
Okay, so you did that on purpose just now. Then good to know.
Of course.
Turns
Oh
out, get
my
it.
god. That's what he tells you, so it keeps you on your toes. So you think you might always be charismatic, but sometimes Yidin's just absolute dog ass.
Sometimes I'm just an asshole.
But you
Oh,
just you
dude.
can't tell.
Like there's the face in party chat.
Yes.
All right, you
So we go
guys
back to the
follow
wait,
up with
this.
Zoken, or what do you all do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll follow up with Zolkin and probably, like, depending on what he says, maybe Zolkin can just inform the rest of the staff for us.
I'll drop when we get to the Magabia. I'll drop the exchange image illusion.
Alright.
God, I missed actually being able to look at my 8 legs.
All
It makes
8 of
it
them.
much easier to walk if I can actually see what they're doing.
I met
Yeah,
you,
it would be
sir.
weird.
Alright,
Hello, Zukin.
Zolkin, we've returned, and we do have some news for you.
Yes. What have you found?
Okay, so you might want to make sure that the other staff also knows about this, so if you could pass this on. It seems that the unstable reagents are being distributed by the organized crime group run by the Grip.
Aha.
So Bamidel was actually unaware of it. We have made him aware of the unstable reagents, and he'll probably be taking great care with the shipments he still has.
Well, it's good to
Um,
know Bommydale's not
Yeah,
failing me on purpose.
no, it didn't seem like on purpose. He was very cooperative with us when it came to inspecting the shipments and letting us have a look. I did bring a sample back, but given you already probably have plenty of your own, I'll just hang on to it just in case we need it.
Yeah, it
Other
just turns
than
out the
that,
supplier he got it from was just in debt
there was
and
it was a
was
man in
their
debt.
lackey.
Yeah,
Ooh. Bad with finances. Shame on them.
shame on them indeed. So, for the time being, you probably need to find, well, make sure with Bamidel find a new source of supply. But I do not know how widespread the Gripply have this stuff at the moment, so it might be a bit difficult to come by non-unstable supplies. It's a whole mess, and I'd recommend the entire staff be on alert because we don't know how far this is gonna reach.
I see. I will pass that along. So,
Probably for the best.
about this supplier, what did you find out about them other than they were making bad deals?
So
They were working for the mob, like I just said.
Right.
But
he,
unfortunately, he was very useless.
the only thing we managed to
Tragic.
get out of him was a drop-off point and the marks they use to mark the drop-off points when like shipments are due. So we know their
And what's the
system.
Fire if I hand
Who
that
did
over.
that?
He takes it from you. He holds it sideways, holds it upside down, flips it over, flips it back. I have no idea what this means, but that's the mark nonetheless. So now we
Yeah,
know
we're
they're
probably
not
gonna try to find
established of any kind of underground situation that I know of.
No, it's unfortunately it seems a bit more complicated, but this is going to require a whole investigation, probably with a lot of danger. And I'm not quite sure where to start from here.
See if the drop-off point will be in use, but in all likelihood, if they're this careful, they'll know. Well, their stooge got caught, and they're probably not gonna use him again. So I won't put too much faith in the drop-off point being used again, but we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Good work. And what's Bombydale gonna do about his, well, bunk supplies?
Currently, as far as I know, he still has them. I informed him of the dangers of it, so as of now, it is his responsibility on how he's going to deal with it. I'm not. He didn't give me any specifics though. We prioritized following the chain of supply that he got.
Hmm.
Well,
at least
it might be a
he's
good idea for him
aware.
to not have it in case the mafia becomes aware of everything falling apart, and then just goes and sets it all off in his place, and then his place is blown up. So maybe he should not have it.
Zoka kind of like squints you and is like, "Why would they blow up his shop?"
No weaknesses.
I mean,
No,
why
no,
are they
no,
close
no.
together?
I think you missed a step here. If the person that was supplying Bombydale with the bunk supplies already sold them to him, the mob's already cashed out. It's their hands are clean on that, and they already got their money. So I don't think Bombydale's in trouble. Like, well, not with the mob. He might be in trouble with the chime ringers selling bad stuff. But you guys told him it was bad, right? So there shouldn't be any more bad sales. If not, I can double check with him, make sure he's not blowing his own supplies up.
It might be a good idea, but the Chimeringers were already involved. I asked one to oversee my inspection of the shipment so that Bamidel would be reassured that I wasn't doing anything weird. So they are aware of what's going on to an extent. So I don't think they're going to be causing him any trouble, because he was cooperative and he did not seem to know what was really going on.
Now
It'll
then,
be fine.
the only thing Bombydale's gonna suffer from is a small amount of debt, but with how good his business is, I think he can eat the loss
Yeah, he'll
for
probably be
now.
fine. Seem pretty busy, please. So yeah.
Well then, let me check my accounting for a moment as I calculate your reward and my own finances. Alright.
You little shit.
Alright. For your help with my troubles here, and for helping my friend Bombydale out, I award you with 200 gold pieces of store credit. Choose from anything in the shop. As far as alchemical goods are, anything from 7th level or lower is on the table for this credit.
What does 7th level mean?
Ooh.
We have classifications in character, right?
Yes.
Like,
I know.
He just looks at you. You're not an alchemist, eh? We do have at least a cooperative trade amount of, what would you call it? Consistency for goods. Typically, they range between 1 to 15, but we do have classifications for those crazy nuts that claim to make potions of eternal youth and the whatnot.
I thought those were a real thing. Like I heard
Well,
some rumors about them at
I
some
don't
point.
know if they're real or not, but considering the last pirate king was a human, and how long was it? Was pirate king for 300 years? I'm start to incline to believe that perhaps someone is manufacturing a alchemical good of such quality and power.
Yeah, the thing the nation of Thuvia is super famous for. It's like the one of the
Yeah,
few
that's
things I
right.
actually read out when I was about the material plane on Galarian.
I do believe they called it like a sun something elixir.
It's like sun orchid
Sun
or
orchid.
something. It's
Yes, that's the
Sun
one.
orchid elixir.
I don't know. I did not.
It accounts for like the
I was
majority of the nation's
reserved, in
wealth.
my opinion, on this, but given at least the one stated legend of proof, who knows? Maybe that free captain
Pirate
king
King,
is
the
just a
queen of
chain of his heirs or something that are carrying on the mantle. I don't know.
There's
I'm not
also
gonna
the
call
queen
it
of
straight up
Mendev.
hogwash, but I need to see it in order to believe it.
There was also the queen of Mendev.
Mendev. That's a
So
long
is that
ways
some
from
of the
here, isn't it?
information over
That's
there?
like
I mean,
way
it's
north.
yeah, it's at the Sakura scars where the portal to the abyss was.
That's why I heard of it. Tangentially related to a giant open wound in the world.
Well, it's close now, but yes.
I heard about that. Wonderful news. Completely unaffects my life, but wonderful news nonetheless.
Indeed.
Oh. With that, I'd like to go get some food now because I'm kind of hungry. It's been a whole day. We've
Yep.
chased someone through the streets and everything, so
Have a good
Firefight left
lunch.
an arm.
we'll keep that 200 gold store credit in mind. We'll have a look at what we might use. Thank you.
Could I get an invisibility potion? Mumbling to Mullenby.
But that might not be a bad idea, actually.
Sorry. I just thought it'd be better than not having anything in case.
It might be a good resort for that's 20 gold pieces. That's easy. That's like only 10% of the store credit. Hey guys, how do we feel about using 20 gold of that or about using some of the store credit to buy an invisibility potion for the Firefly, just in case, because y'all know her situation.
Sounds fair.
I am not opposed to it.
Okay.
Alright. So Silkan, can we use some of that store credit right now for an invisibility potion? You have any in stock?
Oh, yes. Although I will need to sign your name in the logbook. We have had pranksters on the Magambia use the invisibility for unsavory pranks.
Firefly happily signs her name. I'm not
As he
planning on.
Zenzen squints.
pulls out some keys and it goes to a cabinet on the wall, unlocks it. And
I'm not
here you are,
planning on.
ma'am.
I'm not planning on using it for unsavory things. Don't worry about that.
Frankly, as long as you're not robbing my shop with it, I don't care what you do with it. It's just the other higher ups in the Magambia, I want to make sure I'm not selling to the wrong people, you know?
I'm.
Anyways, and he
Just don't
locks
give
back up the
anything
cabinet.
illegal.
That is 20 of your 200 store credit. You now remaining amongst you 180 gold pieces worth of store credit.
Melimby
Unless
is
you're
so
doing
cute that I
business.
think I'd need a potion for that.
No, I'm just
Firefly
more or less referring to
carefully
selling
puts
to
the
the wrong
potion in her
people.
bag.
Alright,
feel-
well, dinner time. At least I think it's dinner. What time is it?
Lunchtime.
Is it
Lunchtime.
lunchtime or dinner time? I don't know.
Lunch. I feel bad that
Hmm?
I still feel kind of bad that my fear is still there.
Well,
Even
you're
after
not
what
gonna
you said you didn't.
you're not
Looks
gonna
at
get
you
over
then.
it in a single day.
Malimby
I
is right
thought
about that.
I thought I was. That's the issue though.
We'll work on it.
You've taken big steps, so you're not no longer running off. You're still you're staying strong, doing the things you need to do. So you
Remember,
definitely improve.
remember the first time we met and we went into the city and you were basically coming home panicked and nearly falling over from social anxiety? Now you went into the city while Stella is also near and you are just, well, you're tired, sure, but you're not nearly collapsing. That's growth.
Just it's still it's growth. Yeah, just the thought of her being here and her being so close that she could
I
just
know.
take everything away. They have to go back. She shakes. No, I'm not going back, but
Of course you're not. We won't let you. This you're being. I understand your fear, but you don't need to be so hard on yourself for feeling that. It's normal given what you've gone. The important thing is to not dwell on it and just continue on with your life.
kind of hard.
I
I'll
know,
try, but
but that's why we're here. If you need us, use us.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thoughts head empty.
Aiden,
Yes.
I did feel better after you transformed into me.
Yeah. Then next time we go out, we'll just do that from the start.
But I also still worry.
Worry's fine. Don't let it control you.
So, food, and then we'll see what we do with the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Firefly's looking in her bag. I'm gonna have to get parchment class.
Oh, actually, speaking of things I need to pick up still, I need to talk to Tsuniwe.
Hmm?
Oh, I had Tsuniwe look into something for me, so I need to go talk to her. I almost forgot about that. It's been a couple days now, so might be done.
Alright.
Also, I'm
Transition
very
you all to
excited
the
about that stork.
dormitory.
Okay. We're all coming back.
Ah!
All right.
Fade back to reality.
All right. Well, Malumbi is beelining to Tsuniwe's room.
Hmm.
Uh, I assume that's supposed to be closed, but knock
I
knock.
opened it. I literally when I made that fart sound with my my
Oh,
mouth. I opened it. Ugh.
knock knock.
Ah, yes, come in.
Tsuniwe, it's Malimbi. How have you been?
Ah, Limpy. Good, good. I believe I know why you're here. He opens his
I
chest
feel I
up,
well,
pulls out the plushie.
I didn't think you'd actually be done yet. I figured I'd just come check in, but this is wonderful.
Oh, I was done yesterday.
Look at that. This is some excellent craftsmanship, if I do say so myself.
Firefly doing
Thank you.
schoolwork to her dorm.
Maybe like tries to cup like the firefly, like the back end of the firefly that's like supposed to light up in his hands, just to try and see. Ooh,
If you push on that
oh,
button, it will light up.
oh, there it is. Oh, that is. Oh, I love this. This is so much better than I could have hoped for. Thank you.
There you go. Boy, Malimbi. It was fun working on it.
Well, I'm glad it was. If there's anything you ever need from me, just let me know. By the way.
Yes. Thank you, Malimbi. I might
Alright,
take you
I'll
up
see
on
you
it,
around.
including
Please,
babysitting Zakwa and Zani.
I figured it'd be something like that. You look very busy with them most of the time. I figured you might use a nap every once in a while.
At least they were entertained, making their own, but still fun. No plushies of their own as I showed them one. This one.
Oh, that's adorable. What did they make? Did they also try and Firefly, or did they make something else?
Well, I think one came out as a potato. And the other, eh, a firefly with exceptionally big legs.
Hmm,
But
creative.
they made them with their own hand. That's what's important.
They'll get better over time. Perhaps maybe one of them will develop this into a new hobby. Who knows?
We all improve. Time.
All right, I'll see you around. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
you have a good day, Malimbi.
You too. Um,
Alright.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Yeah, Firefly's just in her dorm.
Is Zanzan doing anything? Yidin doing anything? Aruru, Zeta?
Zeta's in his
I'd
room, just
probably just be
chilling.
hanging out in the like general area. I don't think anyone is doing anything particular, unfortunately.
All right. Just gonna quick look at Firefly. Knock knock. Firefly, it's Malimbi.
Hey, Malimby, come in.
All right. How are you doing?
She just has the mask next to her and her face is buried in the pillow. Tired. Been shaking all day. My body's finally able to relax.
Sounds like nap time.
It's only the middle of the day, though.
Well, I mean, that's typically when you take a nap. Not sleep, but a nap.
Isn't napping just sleeping but shorter?
Yes. You should take the rest you need. Feel like it's okay. But
It just
no, go ahead.
my body is going and finally
You,
like catching up to me.
all the stress must be getting. You know what? On a more positive note, then, I did get you a little something.
Hmm?
I don't know if it's
Takes
like
takes her face out of the pillow.
it's
What'd you get?
it's just a little something. Just I kind of wanted to do something nice, show you that I care, and I I'm not that good with crafting myself, so I had someone help do it for me. I commissioned it, but like this, he hands you this little stuffed firefly or cartoonish like firefly like bug stuffed animal, and then if you press that button right there, it actually lights up.
She presses it.
I just thought I'd get you a
Yeah.
little something.
Hey,
Functionally speaking, it can be an ever-burning torch for you.
Functionally speaking.
Firefly just puts it up against her face. Like, not the butt part, but like its belly against her face.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I ever had a toy of my own.
Huh.
That's kind of
Sorry.
sad, but like
Damn.
Wow.
Just said it out loud. Like, that's kind of sad.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to get you more.
I like to think
gonna have to get
fucking
you more.
Zenton pokes a hole through the wall and is just like, wow.
I'm gonna have to get you more now.
Wow.
Mm,
There's been a lot of firsts for you since coming here, hasn't there?
mhm. I mean, I've seen kids play with toys. I've played with the kids, but this is personally mine, right?
Oh, absolutely. Given to you by someone that cares about
Mm.
you very much.
I like it.
Yep.
Can I go back into the city disguised and go to the place that the drop-off point is to just kind of keep an eye on it? Because I don't think it is doing anything else.
All right. Would you like the results of your investigation?
I see nothing. I figure, but
Exactly.
that's what I'm gonna do. I know, but that's what I'm gonna do.
You
You
did
didn't tell me
mysteriously
right now.
disappears from the dorm. All right. Are we ready to move forward?
Yeah.
Pulls Melindy
All
into the
right.
bed and they curls up.
What? I didn't hear you.
Pulls Melindy into the bed and curls up
Oh,
next to him.
guess I'm doing this now. Okay,
Yep. That's what you're doing now.
I guess we're napping.
All right. Okay. Y'all have a great long rest, and then the next day comes, and you all get a letter, actually, from Jonatimo.
We just got a letter. We just
my
got a
God.
letter. Long rest.
And the letter from Jonatimo has enclosed in it some instructions. It's like here of like a list of conversant tasks that you can all choose from, with brief little titles for each of them. So the tasks that he sends you, but of course, because of the way this thing is constructed, I have to write them in manually. Go ahead and do your daily preps. I know you all have your
Yeah,
funny items and stuff to do. Say,
I don't have
write
to do
these
anything.
out.
I didn't use anything.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna redo my long rest real quick because now it
Go
pops
ahead.
up with my tome about the tome implement skills. So it actually has a system for that. I just needed the long rest for it to actually, start up. So what skills am I using for today? I'll stick with crafting. And society has been useful. Nice, it actually gives me a buff effect for the tome. So it keeps track of the skills that I have selected with it. Neat. Cotter, this is a fucking really good module. What the hell?
Yeah, it's a really good module. It makes me realize how little like implementation there is for what's it called? Fucking thaumaturge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is amusing because holy fuck, kineticist, the class of all classes, the legend of 10 million feats has all of the implementation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So, in the letter that you received from Genetimo, detailing out a bunch of tasks, he does have nice little funny titles for all these tasks, as well as brief instructions on who's asking and where to find them for more information. So, your options are the Flooded Workshop, Busker Woes, Tell a Tale, Ghost Stories, and Oozing into Trouble.
Do we get explanations on what those tasks entail?
If you go talk to the people that are asking, you will get your details.
Can you write down all the titles of the things in chat so I can?
They are in chat.
It's almost like I did that.
Thank you. Well, I don't think oozes, which I assume oozing troubles involve, are affected by basically any of my magic, so I think I'm gonna be doing Busker Woes, Tell a Tale, or Ghost Stories.
The degenerate in me is like, I should have Zenzen pick the one with slimes.
Slime time.
I guess I'll do Ghost Stories.
The Saturday night slime time, prime time. Well, party, don't have an opinion all at once.
Hold on, I'm updating my notes.
Gotcha.
Y'all discuss this for a bit while I update my notes.
Zeta,
So
Aruru.
there's no description on what the tasks do.
There's a brief there's not like a description, but there is a brief like mention of like, okay, like who's asking, right? Like, and where to find them.
Do any of them sound like somebody Farfly knows?
No. Well, let me double check. No, Busker Woes again. Who was asking? Busker Woes was requested by Janatimo himself. That's why I couldn't remember who requested that one.
Wow.
Yeah. No, so that's no. Double check. Tell a Tale is also Janatimo request. Ghost Stories was Lissetti. That's on campus, and Zoo. Yeah, they're all on all of these requests are on campus. So except for one, Flooded Workshop is from a person that owns a shop in Nantambu. But Busker Woes and Tell a Tale are like basically like see me and I'll tell you more about it. And then Ghost Stories is talk to teacher Lissetti, and Oozing into Trouble says talk to teacher Zuma.
I think Zeta would go to the Flooded Workshop.
All right, we got one vote for Flooded Workshop.
My vote is Ghost Stories.
Kyria, are you still alive? I haven't heard you speak in a long time. Ripping Peps. Kyria fucking died.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, what about the rest of y'all's? What do you want to do?
don't have. I don't feel all that confident in our ability to deal with an ooze at the moment.
Ease.
I kind of want to do either ghost stories or floated workshop because they'll sound. Floated workshop is like, yeah, seems like fairly simple. Ghost stories just sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Telltale
Flooded
Ghost
Workshop
Stories.
ghost stories or ooze.
What about you,
'Cause
Jetty?
I know I
Go
have,
ahead.
if it involves something being flooded, I have answers to that currently, and that would be useful. Ghost stories also sounds neat. And I go, and my third pick is ooze because memes.
No.
Memes.
So what were your votes, Jetty?
Everyone's dying.
Ready?
What? Huh?
What were your votes?
Telltale or Ghost Stories? Can you not guys not hear me very well?
No,
Yes,
well,
I
I
like,
hear you,
I
just
don't know.
literally
There
Sometimes
you
you
go.
can't
just,
say anything.
yeah, like, I don't know.
Telltale or
Um,
Ghost Stories? I'm just trying to also not have my mic like at
Okay.
my mouth.
Well, we got 2 for Flooded Workshop and 2 for Ghost Stories.
That's like 3 for ghost stories, isn't it?
3? Wait, who was the third one?
I think most of us included ghost stories as in our options.
All right, you've been overruled. It's Ghost Story time.
That's exactly what I wanted. So, okay.
Wait, you said I'm
I
going
said
crazy here.
ghost
I'm going
stories.
fucking insane. All right. Anyways, Ghost Stories.
Or maybe we're just gaslighting you and you need to watch the VOD later.
I need to watch the
sure.
VOD later. I know you opened up with, oh, I don't have things that affect oozes or wait.
Yeah, so I said
Yeah,
ghost stories or Telltale or
Right.
Buskawos.
I got
We're gonna go do the ghost
mixed.
campaign in Xianxiao.
I got schmixed. Okay, I got schmixed. Okay, where? Let me make sure I take you to the right map. Hold up. Not a map for this? No way.
Probably not.
I don't know, because there's like stuff and things happen. I thought I was gonna take Natambo map stuff and things happens. Hang on. I thought I had this right. Um. Oh, okay. I got myself a little confused because I saw an association with a stat block for a thing, but that's like if the party decides to be total fucking murder hobos and attack everyone, it's like, oh, okay, all right, all right. I don't need a battle map because I don't think you're gonna fucking fight innocent people.
Nope, now we are.
Yep. Fight innocent people. Let's go.
Yep. You shouldn't have told us that. Now we're
You
gonna do
know,
it.
Kill them all.
Like I figured out the plot gun. I just decided to randomly murder innocents. Plot gun.
I see. Makes sense.
Zen finally snaps.
Yeah, grab you. Steady.
We live in a society.
We live in a Listetti. Look at her. She's adorable.
What?
What? What? What? Musashi, what?
What? I just went quack.
Ha!
Where?
So, teacher Lassetti. We've talked to her before, I believe.
Din has talked to them one time when they're like, I need to find a teacher. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
man,
Oh,
book
yeah.
one should include in the back of the book a pile of teachers, not a pile of students.
Yeah.
Anyways. So you are invited to meet with a teacher Lassetti, who's a level 13 summoner. Holy fucking shit.
Wow.
I'm gonna fire. I'm just kidding.
She is a
So
cascade
about,
bearer
about
and
the
a
murder hobo.
She is a teacher for Cascade Bearers and a specialist on extraplanar portals and creatures. So, when you arrive at her office, Lassetti is a diminutive Alajay elf dressed in pink caftan adorned with tiny bones, and she has quite the cheerful voice as she sees you all and exclaims, "Ah! Thank you for taking this request, conversants! I have a friend with a new house and an awful problem. And, I'm sorry, well, I'm starting too fast. I know some of you haven't properly met me. I am teacher Lassetti."
Melimby probably would have met her since she's Cascade Bearers. Right?
Probably, yeah, like, if you've taken Cascade Branch, then you've definitely met her.
Yeah, that's Melimby's main branch.
Hi.
It's good to see you again, teacher Lassetti.
It's good to see you again too, Melimby.
So, for those who have not made the acquaintance, this is teacher Lassetti of the Cascade Bearers. She's quite the knowledgeable expert on extraplanar things, if I do say so, that right? And I suppose we'll be working for you today. Now, about that friend in their house.
Yes. So, a friend of mine got a new house with an awful problem. A poltergeist. Or at least we think it's a poltergeist. Toku, my friend, hasn't been able to sleep a full night in his new house for weeks. It's proven difficult for me to find the time to get over there to help, but it is a great opportunity for students with real potential to learn more about the afterlife. So, are you ready for a haunting experience?
Question: if I've been to the afterlife, do I get? Does that mean I don't get extra credit?
What?
What?
She just like blinks at you, and then it's like,
I
Oh,
think
I
we're
don't.
all.
I don't
I
mean
think
like.
we're all blinking at you.
Oh, I don't mean like I died. I mean I did a semester in the boneyards, working soul service.
What?
did you spend time as a substitute soul reaper?
Not as a reaper, more like customer support,
You
but for
little shit.
souls. More like when souls arrived, they had questions, and I answered them to the best of my ability. Helping the
Anyways,
Look, I needed to do something while my parents were helping out the psychopomps to hunt souls down.
anyways,
Huh.
this is the address to Toku's
Firefly
house.
looks horrified at you, Din.
The souls were
But you
supposed to
can't
be hunted down.
But you can't tell what she's just looking at you. Can't tell what her face is, but
Like Lassetti has that like kind of look like that like a mom makes when like their kid makes like some like horrible fucking monstrosity of a mess in a thing that they were trying to like work on or like help with, and then that's like it.
Look, it was very boring. Okay, it wasn't that exciting.
I know my parent had been to the divine realm, but I don't think it's the same.
The boneyard is just another plane of existence. It's no different from any other
okay.
place I've been. Just because the dead show up there first before they go anywhere else doesn't mean anything.
Firefly still looks horrified.
Well, I hope your time there went well and everyone got what they were looking for.
I know, given how they turned
Can
out,
we,
I'm not so.
can we stop talking about this? This is just horrifying me.
I have seen spirits.
It's really not that big a deal or scary, but sure, whatever.
Okay, so you take the lead on this one because apparently you're such an expert on spirit.
I'm not. I didn't deal with spirits. I dealt with souls. There's a difference.
You're
Totally.
non-living.
Besides, aren't you like supposed to be Mr. Know-it-all about these kinds of things?
Oh yeah, I know, but I just want to see how much you know.
Fine, fine. Let's go.
Is there anything in
Mean, since-
particular you want us to do with this Miss City? Do you want us to achieve a certain goal, or
Basically, I think
Well,
I think you just want your friend to be able to sleep in their own home. If we do that, I
yes,
think we're successful.
but specifically, as I said, there's a poltergeist haunting him, and well, that's no good. That's dangerous. If you can figure out how to get the haunt to move on, or dispel it in some way, or find him a new home, then that would be wonderful.
What if we make it a friend? Would they be okay with the roommate?
That might be wonderful. You would have to ask Toku how he feels about it.
Okay. I mean, I guess it'd be a pretty good roommate because they don't need food.
They'd also probably be able to scare off any thieves. Thinking
True.
about it. So,
We should get a spirit roommate.
I don't think, given the process by which spirits come into existence, you don't want a spirit roommate.
We have spirits show up in my hometown just every year.
Yes, and where do
Pretty much
spirits
chill.
come from? Typically from deceased. So if you want a spirit roommate, we're gonna need to find you a living roommate and then make him not so living. Probably.
Firefly.
Squint.
I'm just pointing out why you
I
might
know.
not necessarily
know.
want the spirit
There are
roommate.
some things. There are some beings that are just always spirits from the start.
Parva just looks at me like he has two heads right now. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. Where are we going? Give me the address. I can just walk.
We have the address, yes.
Firefly goes to walk ahead.
Look, all I'm pointing out is why you might
Walks
not want a spirit
faster.
roommate. The process in acquiring one is not very pleasant.
Firefly walks faster. I don't know.
Don't make me cast fleet. Don't make me cast fleet step. I swear.
I'll make my way to the roof if I have to.
Firefly, I'll pursue you to the ends of the earth.
Ah!
Gentle gust in Yidin's face.
Also, we're the haunts now. Okay. What if we just out haunt the haunt?
She just
Okay,
walks
let's
quickly
just
ahead.
go see what this haunt is all about.
What if there's like a spirit afraid of ghosts?
That'd be ironic.
Then all we need to
Like,
do
the
is
spirit
point
of
out
someone who's
that-
afraid of ghosts. And I mean, even though they're a spirit now, they're still afraid of ghosts.
Then I
So will we then
cast.
point out that they are a ghost?
They'll
Ah!
scare themselves off.
Well, that can actually go one of two ways. Either it works out exactly in our favor, or the ghost becomes so panicked that they enrage and then begins attacking us.
That reminds me of the meme where it's like, "Hi, my name is whatever, and I'm afraid of my own scream."
But
They get scared, screams, gets scared from a scream, screams harder.
ghosts
Ah!
and haunts are not the same thing.
I'm afraid of the Backstreet Boys. Tell me why. So yeah, I guess we make our way to the address if teacher said he doesn't have anything else to add.
Alright.
There it is.
So
General. In general.
oh yeah.
Kiri, are you back yet?
Kyria.
Yeah.
Kyria started so full of life this time and then just fucking died.
No.
Anyways,
She like sounded fine.
study.
I don't
Goodbye.
even think she's tapped in.
Toku, come here. Buh. It's him.
Like her mouse is all the way in the tippy top corner of the map.
The
That's
tippiest
because
of
it has a
corners.
move.
Corner Kyria. You've cornered her.
Okay.
It's him.
Hello, we were here to deal
Corner
with
dog.
we're the ghost/haunt bus.
Ghostbusters. So you come to Toku's house address. You can see as you start to pull up the house is quite old. It's not super ancient, but it's not a new house by any means, although it is new to Toku. And Toku is kind of just sat out on the front porch, kind of looking a bit dejected and very tired.
I imagine so.
So you, I assume, haven't had gone a lot of rest yet.
Who are you?
We were sent to deal with your ghost/haunt problem.
Mr. We've been sent by the Magambia, by Teacher Lissetti.
Yeah, he kind of
She
rubs his
informed us
eyes.
of your
Right.
predicament.
Oh, finally, Lissetti had time to at least send someone in her stead. Hi, well, I would welcome you in my house, but my
I
guest
think Lissetti
gets
referred to it
quite
as
upset very quickly when I have other guests over.
ooh. Well, that's off to a bad start then.
So, can you tell something about who is haunting you?
The more specifics we have, the better.
So what did Lissetti say? It sounded a poltergeist. The poltergeist.
Yes.
It appears in the form of a skeletal catfolk, and well, he hurls things at people. They, come in.
So you have an upset house cat. Got it. Can I roll occultism on what a poltergeist exactly entails?
Okay.
I could also
Is
just roll
this a secret check or not?
Yes. Okay.
I'm
also roll religion.
I'm gonna secretly compete with Yidin and roll esoteric lore.
You can also roll religion if anyone has that.
Damn. Well, Malimbi won.
Did I
I
roll
rolled
a 20?
a fucking one, didn't I?
Look at it. Look at it.
No, I roll a net 20 with esoteric lore.
All right. You didn't. You actually recall a few things about the poltergeist, and then as you're about to say something about it, Malimbi very quickly interrupts you with his absolute flabbergastingly deep knowledge about poltergeists.
What he said.
So
About the same thing.
yeah, of course. They're kind of incorporeal, spirit, undead, unholy, all that good shit. They, as the name implies, and as we, understand the popular media of, it is a ghost that flings shit at you all over the place. And they can be very violent. They are level 5 creatures. It's no joke. It could kill a regular man very quickly. They are sightbound though, so they have a place they haunt, and they can't go anywhere else. That they just have to stay around the place that they haunt. So that's why it's, giving Toku trouble. Also, they're naturally invisible. They are usually invisible all the time. Um, Also, they will try to spook the shit out of you.
Spook.
So that's the basic rundown of the poltergeist bullshit.
Mm.
And he's Malimby.
Hmm.
Usually with ghosts, there's like two options. You either put them to rest by getting rid of the thing that's keeping them bound there, or you fix their the reason they remain, which is usually like unfinished business.
It's usually unfinished business.
Yeah. Anything? Uh, do you know any through line with poltergeist? That what it usually is? Is it like the item, or is it their unfinished business? Because one is significantly easier than the other.
It could be either. It kind of depends on the person and what they had strong attachments to. If their
Okay.
strong attachment was to unfinished business, then it will be unfinished business. If it was an item that has been misplaced, taken, or something that had important meaning to them in their life, that could also be a thing. We don't really know unless we can identify the ghost or manage to appease them enough that we can actually talk to them, because some actually can give you information.
I could probably talk to them if I can see them and I can get a calm emotion spell to work on them. That should help, but unfortunately, if I don't know where they are, it's kind of pointless casting that spell.
I
Um, Toku,
don't
skeletal
think that
catfolk. Any catfolk that has
Yes.
died recently here or not recently, and by that I mean long ago? Any previous owners of your abode?
No idea. Sorry.
if I may ask, you know it's a skeletal catfolk. Under what circumstances did you manage to find that out? Like, you normally these things are invisible,
Ah, yes. It appeared in front of me and attacked me and attempted to intimidate me.
and did this happens just for entering the house, or did you do anything in particular at the time?
It happened the first time I walked in, and it's happened to other people when we've come in as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, if he appears when we walk in, then that gives me a shot to get calm emotions off.
Does just to make sure, calm emotion does not have the stipulation that it has to be a living target, right?
Pretty sure it's just. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's just things with a mind. Uh, Forcibly calm creatures in the area. Nothing about living. They can be undead.
Okay.
I just hope it's not somehow a more powerful poltergeist, because I think I can just about calm a regular poltergeist, but something more powerful
The,
than that's gonna be hard.
the, yeah, that leaves the only concern that I have is if it is considered having a mind, or if it's just rehashing memories and feelings that it had before it died.
That would be a haunt. A ghost is a mind, is a creature with a mind. A haunt, that's
Excuse
psychic residue essentially,
me. We just have to make sure.
s- sticking on reality.
All
Okay.
right, so we should probably also come up with a plan B just in case the calm emotions fails.
I'll, I'll. You can cook the shit out of a any form of undead with positive energy, with
No, no, no!
vitality energy.
Don't do that. Don't.
Mm,
I'm gonna put a stop to that. It just comes back a few days later. It'll rejuvenate,
No,
and it gets
I'm not saying
really angry when that happens.
I'm not saying that we make it that we bring it down. It can we can use that possibly to kind of force it out in the open again. And if that happens, then I can maybe get another shot at getting calm emotions off.
Vincent, you have a access to divine spells. Is there anything in your repertoire that might be useful in this situation, you think?
I could make it feel bad about it. And maybe think about, not throwing things at people.
I'm not
That's
so sure,
something.
but I mean, that is for after shit hits the fan, proverbially. Hmm.
I mean, I don't have anything in particular, but I mean, I can just blast the whole area. I could blast the whole area with the positive magic, just to
Again,
be like, "Hey, come out! Don't hide."
well, no, it supposedly comes out as soon as you enter, so that's the thing.
I mean, that's if it like leaves again.
I'm just trying to remember whether or not I can. There are any spells that might help us pacify it, other than like something of a more defined nature, because they tend to have most of the spells to deal with on that properly. I
Yeah, I
just
mean,
can't
I'm
remember right
not
now.
that kind of magic person, though.
Hmm.
I'm a bit more limited.
What was your mom anyway?
Huh?
You told a story about your parent. Was it your mom or your mother?
My mother. Yeah, she was like a hunter cleric. She had a bow, a Karanos.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, if the best way, I mean,
Well,
alternatively, because it can't leave, I can just walk out. If it fails, wait for a bit, then try again.
that is probably
Wouldn't that just
the best option.
angry? Wouldn't that just anger it though over time?
I mean, maybe, but so long as it just still appears and I get a shot at casting the spell, it doesn't matter if it's angry at the moment, because if the spell succeeds, it stops being angry.
Still.
I don't really have a better plan.
It's the best shot we have. I say go for it.
Look, so long as I can run out, which I would prefer Zeta perhaps be a physical door stop so that it doesn't somehow slam the door behind me.
Very well.
Uh, I can just walk out and it probably can't follow us.
I will guard the door.
Okay, I will
Hmm.
walk in
Still don't know.
and I will walk across the threshold of the doorstep and say, hello, I am walking into the house now.
Melimy's gonna like get in a position where he can get a good look at what's happening at least.
Okay, who else is going in the house?
I think for now it's just me. I think Zeta is holding the door open.
Okay.
I mean, I could like stand
Brag.
behind as well to also get a good look, and also help the door not get slammed shut or anything.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Alright. Yeah, I meant to pull that out hidden, but whatever. It's fine.
oh no, it's Peter.
What?
Your mouse is
your
open.
name your name was hovering over the token, so it looked like it was named Peter.
Oh,
Oh my god.
what the fuck?
And you look a little
Okay.
weird today.
Hello.
Okay. Once you start
Glad
stepping into
hands.
the house, once you start stepping into the house, okay, you you take a few steps in, and almost immediately, like all the shutters and doors begin to shake for a moment. They slam shut.
How's Zeta handling the front door?
So
He's
Zeta,
blocking the door.
okay, Zeta, who is blocking the door. Let's see, where is stats in this block?
I was Zen's in like on the other, like on the inside of the door, but still outside.
Zenzen is standing next to Zeta at the door. That's would probably be what it'd be.
Yeah.
Ripley's believe it or not, poltergeists have no stats for pushing people. What the fuck?
Well, they're incorporeal.
Yeah, but you'd think since
Yeah,
their
they
whole
move
thing is they throw
objects.
stuff at you, they
Yeah,
move
but that's
objects.
They have control over objects. They don't have control over people.
Anyone that's inside the fucking room, you gotta make a fucking save here.
Lemmy's looking in from the outside.
Telekinetic
Same with
storm.
Firefly.
Actually, no.
So-
None of you make saves. It makes attacks. It
So,
starts attacking you. All right.
Okay. Is that
So
an
who
initiative?
all's in the house?
Because
Is it just you, Din?
Is
It
that
is
not
on
an
inside.
Leggett? Is that not an initiative?
No, this is not an initiative.
Okay.
Unless you want to make it a combat,
Well-
despite Toku's
Well,
misgivings about it.
I'm not going to fight it, but I am going to do acts that would probably realistically want initiative because I'm going to be using rounds of actions because spells.
That depends.
I mean, we could
Anyways.
just not
First things
have it in
first. I mean, the
initiative.
fact that this thing is like invisible and can phase through walls, it's going to be able to attack you no matter what. So
Yeah, but is it visible?
no, it is invisible.
okay.
It
I
is
was- okay, I was
invisible and like in the walls. Like,
I was confused because it was visible on the token.
Can I
Yeah, yeah,
pop
that's
this
'cause
out
they messed up.
when it appears?
What?
Yeah. Range 30 feet. One ally, one enemy. Make it so the ally has +1 AC. And saving throws.
Anyways, you can't do it because you can't target the enemy because you can't see them.
Can't see an enemy, but can see an ally.
Damn.
No, one ally and one enemy. You pick a
Oh.
target for it to not
Mm.
work again.
Oh, fair enough.
It's not like counter performance. I know what
well,
you're
I'll-
referencing there. Anyways, you and Zeta
Well, I'll
get
cast
attacked.
shield.
You and
Can I
Zeta
cast-
get attacked. Yes, you can cast shield. You can cast shield.
Okay.
You knew this was happening. So, target y'all motherfuckers. Target is out of range. Shut the fuck up. It's a 60-foot range increment. What do you mean it's out of range? What? Shut up, game. Fucking stupid.
I want you to take the measurement stick and
I
then
know.
measure.
I looked at it and it said 3,000 feet. I'm fucking mad. Anyways,
Yeah, big map.
Wait, was there a...
My
Really
brain's
big
trying to
map.
shut off. I'm
You can
tired.
probably put him on top of me.
all right. Anyways,
Is there a
that's a 1 in a 6.
requirement for soul sight?
24.
I have
There
a-
is no such thing. least
AC
not right now.
22, so that's one hit.
Anyways, you have AC 22. It hits you. You get fucking pelted by objects.
Ow.
Damn. Zeta, you hold fast. You hold steady. The door bumps you, but it doesn't break through your armored chassis. The mountain is strong. As you do so, the spirit manifests. You see the skeletal cat folk appear before you as it begins to try and frighten you. So, you did. You need to make a will save for me. Success. Okay, good.
Okay, so we're in combat, right? Technically.
All right, it
sort of?
depends.
Are
It
we
depends
or are
on
we not? Because
what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Well, if we're not in combat, then I'm gonna glad hand him first, because that works so long as I'm not in combat.
All right, you're gonna try and talk to him then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's glad hand, so I don't really. It doesn't even take.
Listen,
an action.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's bullshit. Shut the fuck up. You have to talk to a person if you want to use glad hands. like that. Like
Look,
that just does
that's
not
fine.
make any
Give
sense
them
to
a
me.
charming look.
That's
Give
fine.
him a
I
charming
don't
look.
mind that I have to talk, but I just wanted to clarify that doesn't take an action.
In the
Okay.
meantime, can I stand up while bracing the door?
Yes,
Hi,
you can
I'm-
stance up as this door is struggling to shut on you.
Hi, I'm Yadin. I just want to talk and help you That's Glad Hand. That's a solid roll.
God, no. Voice mod, you piece of shit. Stop it. Is this the voice that I remember it as?
I'm sorry, my brain's not shut off. I pass out. I'm sorry.
Fair.
That's
Pat,
fine.
pat.
Hang on. Is this the correct voice? Yes.
Okay, I could not hear it. I could
Yeah.
not understand that
I
at all.
could not understand that.
Maybe with the voice mod.
Why have you come here?
Why have we come here?
I want to help you. I don't want to have bones about it. That's my bond mod.
Bruh.
I don't have a bone to pick with you.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Damn.
Better.
Much better.
You gonna make a
I don't know.
funny
I don't know if that
skeleton
crit
pun?
succeeds. I don't know if that crit succeeds, but
Will save
Maybe not.
is. Oh, shit, what the? Oh, that does not crit succeed, but that will
Okay.
regular succeed.
I'm then gonna cast calm on him. Calm on him.
All right.
Fuck! Come on, that's bullshit. Fuck.
Really?
Will is its highest save, and it's the same level as you. So
It's look a fucking R20. Come on, that each. Well,
natural 20.
well, he knows. Well, he's unaffected. It doesn't matter. Look, I just want you to calm down, and then I want to help you with what got you so angry in the first place.
You want to help me?
Yes, but I really want you to calm down first, as I cast calm again.
I mean, it's not attacking you. It's like
Yeah, I
it.
can just do it again.
Okay. All right.
It's still bond modded, so -2.
Oh!
That's
There we go.
that's real fucking good. He's calm as a fucking river.
He's calm. All right, Zeta, you no longer have the door slamming into the side of your head repeatedly.
Tell me, why are you haunting this place? What made you rise with such rage?
A few years ago, this was my home. I can't rest because a person I trusted took something valuable to me. A leopard figurine of the most beautiful rainbow hues. It had been in my family for generations. It belongs here, in my house.
Do you know? Can you tell us who took it?
The one who I thought was my best friend, Kalembi. He murdered me the night he stole it.
What is your name?
I was known once as Gerus.
Can you type that?
Gerus.
Think.
The man who wishes to move into this dwelling His name is Toku. He is innocent of the crime committed against you, but called us, hoping that he might be able to help you and put you to rest. Would you be willing to put your trust in us that we will do what we can to right the wrong committed against you? And in the meantime, let Toku at least be safe here.
Peace is not something I have, so it's not something I have. But I will do my best to be patient and wait for you to do what it.
Thank you. We will be back, I promise. Okay, with that, I will be
He fades
walking
away.
off outside. And say, so he was murdered.
All right, that was quite fruitful. Good job.
I didn't take the 14 points of damage, so I had to take those still.
He got pummeled by rocks and jewels.
You want me to look at that wound real quick, or no?
Yeah, sure. While we talk, Toku. For now, the spirits. His name is Garrus. Won't attack you, so you can at least be inside the building without. And he promised to be safe, but it won't. His calm won't last forever.
Okay.
What we
This
need
is
to
certainly a
do.
development.
The thing that has him upset is that, well, he was murdered by his best friend called Malimbi.
No, Kalembi.
No.
I know, it's
I thought
Kalimbi.
it was Colimby.
It is
was
Kalimbi. I
Kalimbi.
just, but I was just making a joke.
Okay.
But I think what really had him riled up, it was what he was more animated about than even being murdered, was that Kalimbi stole a leopard figurine with a very beautiful rainbow pattern. Toku, who got you this place? How did?
What do you mean? I bought it myself.
Well, yes, but who did you buy it from?
The bank?
Okay. Well, we have two options. Option one is we find Kalimbi, get the leopard figurine from him. Option two is if he's not in Nantambu and somewhere else because he committed a murder here, we have to make a leopard figurine and make it look like the one that he lost.
Can I roll society to see if I recognize the name Kalimbi?
Yes.
I feel like
Or
if
Natambu
anybody,
lore.
Yeah,
Malimby
if only
may have
I
heard
had
it
that.
because you probably heard someone say their name maybe, and then he turned his head. It's like, oh, they said Colimby. Oh.
That's two 27s.
It's
Yep,
like
We
Bob
both
and
know.
Rob. Double 27s. Okay,
I'll
alright,
support
alright.
Well,
Malimbi.
can I get a 27? Come on, 27.
No, you may not.
I'll support mine was more so to
Come
support
on,
Malimbi, but
27.
yes. Mine was more so to support
Ah, one
Malimbi.
off.
But yeah.
So this Kalembi guy is actually a little bit famous in a way. About 20 years ago, a very wealthy member of society in Nantambu, Kalembi, started to kind of like fade into like crippling debt and ruin as he kind of like got mixed up with crime lords. But in this instance, it was crime lord Habu the Cudgel, completely different person because this was 20 years ago. And he failed to sort of like pay off their debts and kind of slowly like crumbled away into mediocrity and mixed up in crime till he finally got like where he is today. But luckily he is still alive, and he he's alive. He's alive, and he lives in Dantabu.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I guess we would go pay him visits.
So, yeah, if I recall correctly, he's still alive. He lives in Antambu. He was fairly wealthy, but ended up owing a lot of debt to a criminal named Habu the Kujul. This is about like 20-ish years ago or so, if I recall correctly. Which,
Yeah.
once again, I'd like to point out, again, debt, organized crime, this seems to be a recurring theme.
I thought
Um,
Nantabu was generally, well, not this corrupt.
I guess it's just any other city.
Hmm. Not the cities where I lived in my youth.
Nah, bullshit. They just didn't write enough lore about it because they only have the one paragraph about some extra planar city that's cool and
You
magical.
think there's mass organized crime in
All right, not in
Nirvana?
Elysium, but in that one place you keep fucking begging me to get lore for, and I keep telling you there is absolutely no reason that place would matter in this campaign.
I don't know what place you're talking
The
about.
Chaos Place or whatever.
I don't need you to make lore for that. That's just me joking about speaking the language.
Speak the
Also-
language, do it.
Also, I'm not entirely sure if
Also, there's no crime there.
Also, about an earlier suggestion you made, the if finding a Limby doesn't work out, I don't know if a replica will really be able to fool the poltergeist, but
Yeah, I
It
mean,
need-
I was gonna ask around about this figurine anyway, in case Calamity already doesn't have it, or if anyone knows anything about it.
The reason I suggested it is because I'm pretty sure the poltergeist only needs to believe they have it. So long as that's taken care of, if once he lets go, well, the ghost should go and pass on, right?
well,
And
in
once
theory,
that's taken care of, it doesn't matter.
the thing is, and this is just conjecture on my part, is that if the bond to the item is so strong that it actually keeps their soul here in the living world, in the material plane, then surely it should be able to recognize whether or not it's the real thing, right?
Surprisingly, it's usually just the soul's own will that keeps it bound
Also,
somewhere.
take your 18 healing, damn it.
Oh, right. Thank you. But look, it's more. My suggestion is more for last resort if we literally have no way of getting to the leopard figurine. Because if it's just broken, it doesn't matter. If we inform him that it's broken and he's going to be angry, or we lie to him and present him a fake. That's your choice at that point, and I'd rather go with a fake than tell him it's broken because that might anger him.
Yes. Well, first off, we
It
have
might
to.
put him to rest. Knowing that it's broken might put him to rest as well. It's really about how he reacts.
We cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. And
Yeah.
Like it could be like a
First
thing. It's
off-
like as long as he doesn't have it, kind of thing.
We should also inform the Chime Ringers because he definitely murdered Garrus.
Before we inform the Chime Ringers, how about we have some actual proof?
Like, yes, 20-year-old
the,
crime.
The haunting ghost named Garrus that said, "Yeah, that guy murdered me." That's not enough proof for you.
Here's the thing. A lot of these ghosts go off of their feelings. They go off of the perception of what they think happened during their lifetime. They might not know the whole truth themselves.
That's fair, but I do think that we should at least bring it up to the Chime Ringers.
I mean, you just swapped complete appearances with Firefly earlier.
This is like the equivalent. This is like a much more extreme version of like you walking up to an officer and saying, "I got punched in the face from this guy" or whatever. Like, this guy attacked me. It's like, all right, do you have any proof? No, but he hit me.
I'm
It's like-
punched.
I
Like,
punched.
So now,
he
but
hit me.
instead it's the angry dead ghost being like, I died to this guy. Well, do you have proof that he killed you? He killed me.
Well, if he has the leopard figurine, that's your proof. Because the guy wasn't dead, murdered someone for the leopard figurine. He either took it or sold it. It's one of the two.
Okay, but consider the following. How are we gonna find out whether or not they have the leopard figurine? They can't just barge into his house and search his house because we say he killed someone.
Okay. Fair. We go talk to him, barge into his house, say that he killed someone, shake him down for the leopard figurine, be on him or wherever he sold it or hid it or wherever, and we are on our merry way, and then we inform the Ringers.
Okay, that's what I was
Let's
going
first,
for.
before any of that, we ask around we gather information about this guy and the figurine first, meet up again, and then we make a decision of what we do, and then probably talk to him, and then see if we can resolve this peacefully, without any force of any kind.
That
And
would be
then
nice.
roll with
Fine.
it from there.
I
Fine.
would also
We'll
like
meet
to
back up
point
in
out.
2 hours then.
I would also like to point out that we should probably take extra precautions because given that this man had debts to the organized crime again, or well, crime at least, I wouldn't rule out the possibility that the Gripply Mafia has some sort of hold on him, because that seems to be coming back to bite us in the ass every time. So,
I swear.
Oh right,
as
I
a-
need to
as a pre-
need to expend a first level spell slot real quick because we're in town.
Oh yeah, we would have
on it.
swapped. You would have swapped looks. Yeah.
Yes, I would have swapped looks.
we will.
Swapperoni and cheese.
How how does Malimbi perform a medicine check on someone who's like incredibly different body figure is being
It's a
disguised as someone?
disguise, not like it
Yeah,
only
but
gives
he,
you like
but he can't see it.
Look, I know Eden. I'm familiar with Eden.
He's
fine.
familiar with
I can
Eden's
look-
body.
While I probably go to my human form while in the disguise, so Malimbi has an easier time doing
You know what?
the thing.
Yeah.
It's also probably easier
Also-
to just do the disguise,
I've
so that way you
treated
don't have
people
these random body parts flinging everywhere.
Oh yeah, like the whole thing of like I don't know where my all the other legs are. I can't see them.
You can't see them.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I got a sheet over my
that would
legs.
Be, that would like really freak me out probably.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so we go around, we gather information, try to find out where he lives, any rumors surrounding him.
Meet back up
Um,
in 2 hours.
Probably.
2
When do you
hours.
want to meet up?
All right. I think we're gonna have to
Call
do
it.
the Legend of a Cliffhanger this week as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta learn what happened to Mr. Kalembi and the
I'm gonna
leopard
leave this
figurine.
in chat so I don't forgore.
All right.
Hobnobber,
guys,
I'll get to make 4 checks.
You guys have a good time. I hope. Hoopers.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
let's-
good. Which
Got any peeps to Raideroni here? Let's see. You know, why don't we look at the Pathfinder category? In sweet Pathfinder category. Pretty cool. It's just us. It's just us. We are the last of the Pathfinders. In that case, there's no one to raid. Thanks everyone for watching.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
have
there's no one else.
Y'all have a
We are the
great,
category.
wonderful night. I'll see y'all next week with more of Strength Thousands. All right, bye bye. Good night.